All sports, all plays. Yeah. All sports, all plays. All sports, all plays. 365, we making a plays. You talking the game, get you through the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to ASAP in the morning. It's April 21st. I'm joined by Michael and Jonathan. Michael, how you doing today?
I'm doing good, my brother. How you doing?
I'm good. Jonathan, how you doing this morning?
I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm great. I'm phenomenal. I'm
awesome.
Yeah, bro. You know, I mean, I woke up 2-0. Kevin defraud and Kyrie frauding. I don't know if y'all saw my immature rant on Facebook. By the way, if the Celtics lose, I will not be on Facebook. I will literally sign out. I'm just throwing that out there. So, for those of you waiting for the Celtics to lose, so you guys can run your mouth to me on Facebook, I will be signed out. Your boy will be taking a sabbatical. By the way, shout out to Kyrie Irving though. How he can do it with that fasting thing, God bless him. I don't know how he can do that. I don't know how he can do that. How he's able to do that. Somebody and during the game, somebody on the sideline, like I think it was either a Celtics official or someone who was with the Nets, came over to him and kind of tapped him and like was pointing to the watch, saying like, "Hey, yo, you know, it's time," you know. So I guess I didn't understand Ramadan completely. So I was like, wait a minute, how does this eating thing work? And then somebody explained it that it's during the day, and then when it's at night he can eat, but even then the stuff he can eat is limited. So that's kind of why you see him with those small portions of like, you know, like fruits and stuff like that, because that's basically the stuff he can eat. How he does it, I don't know. God bless him. Still Celtics in 4, so I don't care. Still Celtics in 4, and if they win, I don't care.
It's looking that way.
No, well, look, all jokes aside, I'm gonna say Celtics in 6. All jokes aside, because I cannot see at home this team being that bad. But one guy who definitely needs to step up. Matter of fact, we'll just start with that. Steve Nash. He got to get fired at this point, right? Like he does absolutely nothing for this team at all. Like the dude is literally like Jason Garrett for Dallas. Like he brings you nothing. He's literally just there. Like,
well, fellas, he has no experience. He's never coached a game in his life.
Right. He was just a well-known point guard at the NBA level.
But here's the thing, like that's where I got to give you pushback, because Jason Kidd when he first got his first job with the Bucks, he was doing something. You could never say, oh, yeah, he was just there. Same thing with Steve Kerr. You could never say Steve Kerr was just there. You could never say that stuff.
Yeah, but here's the thing, though. It's just that not all players, just because you were successful as a point guard doesn't mean you can translate that over to a head coaching position. You know, that doesn't make you a head coach, a brilliant head coach. You know, and that's not to say that Steve Nash isn't smart, that he doesn't have the brains, but not everyone is head coaching material. And maybe Steve Nash is not that guy for the job. He's just a popular name, you know.
Yeah.
But what I see all the time is the same thing. His offense is very predictable. His coaching philosophies are very predictable. All you do is put the ball in the hands of KD and say, hey, go to work, make it happen. It doesn't work like that.
No. Second game in the road that Kevin Durant has struggled. Game 2, he went 4 for 17. Right. Which, again, maybe it's just me, but I saw Ime do a lot of defensive adjustments. That's what I saw. You actually see him talking. You only see Steve Nash the most I've seen him say was, "Come on, guys, let's go," and clapping his hands. Like there was no drawing up plays. There was no he wasn't being a coach. He was being a coach, not a basketball coach. He was trying to be an inspirational coach, and that's the wrong type of coach that they need, especially considering that they had a 17-point lead. And by the way, I don't know if y'all saw Freddie's rant on Facebook about Kevin Durant. We're going to get to that in a minute. And Joe says, remember, KD and Kyrie said they don't even need a coach. It's a reflection on them. Well, I disagree. Now, the only reason I disagree is, they said that, and it's a bad reflection. But if I'm the front office, I don't give a flying what KD or Kyrie says. I don't give a flying what. I'm going to get y'all a legitimate coach. I'm not going to go with you, Steve Nash. The only hire that would have been worse than Steve Nash probably would have been, what, Luke Walton at this point?
Yeah, I would agree with that. I would agree with that.
Yeah.
That probably would have been the only worst thing. But even then, I don't even think it's that worse because at least Luke Walton tries. At least he tries to coach. At least he tries to make adjustments. Granted, they don't work, but at the bare minimum, he tries.
Yeah, Durant and Kyrie are coaching him,
which is ridiculous. But just like, bro, when you got KD, who again never showed he's like any type of leader at all. Like he plays like an alpha but acts like a beta. Like, like that leadership role just really isn't him. When you have him and Kyrie, who not only has been in and out literally all year he's been going in and out, but then at the same time is on this weird thing where it's like, I'll be a leader, but when I feel like it. Like, when you have those two superseding your coach, you're in an awkward situation. Joe says superstars have that power or they don't. You can't cater to them all the time, then try to put your foot down when it comes to a coach. Yeah, you can. You had them locked up long term. They had no choice.
Hey, but some fellas, what happened was Kyrie and KD signed off on Nash. So guess what? That's the way it is. They got to deal with it. I agree he shouldn't be coaching, but they signed off on him. Maybe because they could manipulate him. Maybe because of whatever factors that they felt that they could use him, as opposed to someone like a more experienced coach. You can name anybody, but I think that the fact is they did sign off on him.
They did, and look, it has caught up to him.
Yes.
Now it's really starting to show that he cannot coach this team.
Nope.
It has manifested itself during the course of the playoffs, and that's when we find out the true identity of a team come playoff time. And look, we're finding out more and more information about the Brooklyn Nets as time goes.
Yeah, literally every single quarter. Like, for you to be up 17 and to blow that lead, I don't care what team you are, that's unacceptable.
And fellas, too, we talked about yesterday, Pride, how the other facets of the Nets had to step up, and they did. Seth Curry got 16. Goran Dragic got 18. They're stepping up.
Yeah, right here, right. But the problem
Brown
is
23. Brown got 23. Right. So yeah, so
right.
So they're doing their damn thing.
Right, and the thing is like offensively, they kind of had some spurts, you know what I mean? But again, let's be honest, right? You needed Brown, and by the way, I don't want to hear this notion about, oh my God, nobody can guard KD. Like, if you make a certain, it's possible if you make certain defensive adjustments, which is what Ime's been doing 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
Like, think about it. Like, I need someone to answer this question. What other team in the NBA can shut down both Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving? And don't give me this nonsense about the 27 points, because a majority of those came from the free throw line.
Right.
You're
so
right.
Don't hit me with that foolishness talking about he dropped 27. You can't hit me with that foolishness. So I asked the question, what other team can keep both Kyrie and Kevin Durant in check.
Maybe Milwaukee when they're healthy.
And even then, that's a reach. That's the crazy part.
Right.
Even then, that's kind of a reach a little bit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
but that's a fair assessment.
I mean?
Maybe because you could put Giannis on KD.
Oh yeah, you could put Giannis on KD, right?
Right. So
and
you
then
could kind of slow KD down. You could contain him. He's still going to get his points no matter what. He is who he is. But if I'm looking for another team that could really slow him down and make life miserable for him, it would be the Milwaukee Bucks. I'm with Michael on that one.
Yeah. And even then, like I said, I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch too. Because I feel like if you play Milwaukee had the opportunity to do that last year. And KD was vibing.
Yeah.
Right.
KD ate him up. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like now you put in Kyrie, like there's not that many teams that could do this to both of them. If you want to say game one was an anomaly, whatever.
He was an inch short of sending that team to the NBA Finals.
And a lot of like, you know. Now, granted, I'm not going to try to strip it from Milwaukee, but it's the reality of the situation. If Kevin Durant wore his normal shoe size, they're in the finals. If he wore his normal shoe size, they're in the finals.
Yep.
But
yeah,
hey, God bless him, right? But for me, it's because I was scrolling through Twitter early this morning. When I wake up, I just go through Twitter because Twitter's funny. I don't know if you guys ever been on Twitter. When anything happens, go on Twitter. It's by far the funniest thing ever. A lot of people were calling for Steve Nash's job. A lot of people were, and I'm kind of in that boat. But I want to play devil's advocate for a minute, and I want to start with you, Jonathan. And if I'm crazy, you let me know. Who should take more blame here, KD or Steve Nash? Now, I'm going to go the KD route. The only reason I'm going to go the KD route is because if you compare him to Steve Nash, let's be honest, at least me anyway, from the beginning, I didn't think Steve Nash was going to do anything. I just thought Steve Nash was just there.
He is just there. I put more of the blame on Kevin Durant. He's the one that wanted to sign with the Brooklyn Nets. He decided that he would go there and chase down another championship. And like Michael said moments ago, he signed off on this. They gave this the okay. They wanted Steve Nash to be their head coach. And look, now they're in this predicament, down 2-0 against a very hot Celtics team. So I'm going to have to point the finger at KD. But look, this is how I always feel when we talk about team sports. Everyone's to blame when something goes wrong on a team. It's not just one person. Yes, you have the key players. Yes, you have the coach. Those guys are going to, of course, take 90% of the blame. But, if you want to point the finger at one person, in fairness, it would be KD. And you can also point the finger at Kyrie Irving too, because look, he missed an ample time, and I know his beliefs and his personal, background and his feelings about the vaccination and all that played a huge role in why he was absent in some games. But I think, if you want to really point the finger, yeah, KD, absolutely.
Rob, Chicago sucks.
Oh, my boy, what's going on?
Screw Connecticut.
Yes, sir. Thank God I moved. How you doing, Rob?
What's up, guys?
What's happening?
I'm doing a lot better. How y'all feeling?
I'm good.
Great,
Good.
Better now that I can see you. And Mike decided to join.
Oh, Mike jumped in.
Oh, we got him.
Hold on, time out. I just want to say one thing.
Oh, man, here we
Y'all
go.
get excited.
I ain't seen
I just want
Mike
to say
in a
one thing
minute.
real quick.
I know, my dog.
I just want to say one thing real quick. I just think it's funny. Mike gave up on the Chicago Bulls. Rob, you did the same thing. I'm a Celtics fan, and I have more faith in our Chicago Bulls. I said Bulls in 6. Mike is like, we're going to lose. Rob is just like, I don't know, man. I'm chilling.
Look, I was just saying as long as we don't get swept.
Bulls in 6. No one wants.
Mike, are you at Wrigley?
It's done. How we doing today, boys? I'm feeling great.
I went to sleep and woke up 2-0. No one can talk to me right now. No one can talk to me. I'm a mess right now. I'm a mess right now. Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. If Boston was the final, bro, I'm gonna be insufferable. I'm gonna be insufferable. No. This right here is gonna be just like the NBA Finals with Jason Tatum holding both trophies, because he's gonna be my final MVP. That's my goal.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so hey, that's a big stretch, Pride. That's a big stretch, my man.
What's a big stretch?
Celtics.
About winning?
Yes.
I'm gonna tell you this right now. If we can get through the Nets and the Bucks,
they can do anything.
I will take my chances with any team, East, West, South, North, don't matter.
What makes you think you're gonna have to play the Bucks?
Huh?
What makes you think you're gonna have to play the Bucks?
I'm just saying.
The only two teams I'm worried about.
No, Bulls. Oh, we sweeping the Bulls. That's not even.
Without a question.
Exactly. We sweeping. Not even close. That's Boston by 30.
You're not even gonna give the Bulls one game.
No, Jonathan, no, come on.
I'm giving them a game.
Jonathan, I gotta be extreme. Jonathan, I gotta be extreme. Come on.
But you know what, Pride? I'll tell you this though: the Celtics are playing championship defense right now. I mean, the way that they are double teaming Kevin Durant, he is seeing the body every time he's not even getting a chance to come off the ball. I don't think that the Nets should be trying to play KD 1-on-1 because he's playing 1-on-5.
Because we're throwing, and then the thing is like, and I was talking to Amon, by the way. Me and Amon were going crazy last night, bro. We was blowing each other. His phone up, bro. We was on Messenger. I sent so many messages in all caps, bro. It was crazy. But like, and I said this earlier, Rob, and Jonathan and Michael basically said there's only one other team who would even have somewhat of a chance. But
Miami.
In my opinion, the Boston Celtics are the only team that can keep both Kyrie and KD. That could potentially keep them in check. They threw out another team. They threw out was Milwaukee, but even then, I kind of struggle with that because I don't know, man. It seems like Giannis don't want no parts of that KD talk.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you this though: losing Chris Middleton is huge.
Yep.
Very huge.
That's huge.
Hey, you want to know something funny? Yo, when Grayson Allen took Alex Caruso out of the sky and broke his wrist.
Yo, Mike said some crazy. He was like, I hope they get hurt in the playoffs when we play. It's crazy. You see, oh my God, you're mad and mature.
Hey, and who injured Middleton? Who was guarding him? Alex Caruso. Hey man.
Take it pound of flesh, bro. Take it pound of flesh.
Hey, Caruso. Hey, one thing I'll say, and this gets slept on, is championship experience. Bubble trophy or not, Caruso has won a ring. And I was listening to the Bulls post game and how he was telling them, okay, enjoy it now, but we got to be on to the next one because they're going to come out even hungrier because they lost. And I just love that's championship leadership right there from a guy like Caruso. So the Bulls right now, they rolling on the high. I just don't want them to get too high because we do know Giannis can go crazy at any time. And he has proven that they cannot do nothing with that boy in the paint.
But that's the thing. If I'm Chicago, I let him do what he wants. You want to drop 60? Drop 60.
What'd you just say? Stop everybody else?
What? Yo, if I'm them, I'm putting clamps on everybody else. Everybody else. Giannis. Matter of fact, what's the play? What's the most points? Michael, you're a historian. What's the most points scored in a playoff game?
A playoff game.
Good in a playoff game.
In a playoff game. I got to think about that.
I'll be back, boys.
All right, Mike.
All right, Mike. Well, we do know Mike scored 63 and 1.
That's a good question. Most points.
We do know Mike scored 63 against the Celtics, so that's as high as I can think of right now.
Yeah. Matter of fact, so let's say 63.
Individual or team-wise?
Individual. Like by a single player.
Oh.
By a single player. Matter of fact, let's say 63. Let's say 63. Giannis, pull the Kobe, go drop 81. Go home with an L. That's what I'm doing. Do as you wish. Do as you wish. Do as you wish. Giannis can do whatever he wants. I promise you, Drew Holiday not beating me. Chris Middleton definitely not beating me because he ain't even gonna be on the court. Grayson, not beating me.
Because what they say he You got a messed up MCL, right?
They said that he had
sprained.
tweaked it. Yeah,
Sprained.
they said that it sprained it. Today he's supposed to get an MRI to see like if it's bad or anything.
His
Basically-
status right now is that it's a sprain.
Yeah, so they're gonna find out like later, which you know.
So he's gonna miss at least a minimum of 2 games.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, I don't
Yep,
think so.
and that could kind of change the complexion of the series because a year ago they needed him in the finals. You remember he stepped up big in the finals.
Well, he's their closer.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like that's I don't think he misses 2 games.
He's their closer. You're gonna need him as healthy as possible.
Yeah,
Because even last night showed, as great as Giannis is, you don't want the ball in his hand in the fourth quarter.
No,
It's nothing he can do. There's nothing he can do.
He can't do nothing with it. But the reason why I'm saying I don't think he missed 2, because if y'all go into Milwaukee and y'all win game 3 and it's 2-1, Chris Middleton's playing game 4. There's just no, if nothing is torn, he's playing game 4. If it's just a sprain, he's playing game 4.
Yeah, but he ain't Tom Brady. He ain't gonna be able to do that.
But it don't matter whether or not he's gonna be able to. That's what they're gonna do. That's what they're gonna have him do.
You know what? I tell you who shouldn't be panicking. Brooklyn Nets should be getting Ben Simmons ready right now.
They better do something. They gotta do something.
I don't
think he's gonna be that much of an impact.
What?
I don't think he's gonna be that much of an impact. He's just
defensively,
he's
he
just
will.
I think they can.
He's just trying to find a rhythm, barely getting back on the floor.
But no, Jonathan. Defensively though.
Defensively, maybe.
But what do you mean maybe? Because I said this. If this dude comes back,
not offensively though. But okay, I can see where you're coming from. Probably no, I can see defense.
You see what I'm saying? Because defensive. Because again, if you have him back, he'll run the floor. So now you can have some semblance of offense instead of just free flowing through Kyrie and KD.
Right,
you know what
because
I mean?
that team plays no lick of defense whatsoever.
Exactly. So you put Ben Simmons in there. Now you got someone who his sole responsibility defensively,
right?
Jason Tatum. That is your sole responsibility.
That's true, and he does have the passing ability. You know?
Right. So that's what I'm saying. Like offensively or defensively, you only worry about defensively. Will let you run the floor for some stretches where the ball's not going in for the other 2 superstars.
Right.
Like when we need organization, then we go to Ben Simmons, let him run the floor. Granted, it's not like he's going to be up there jacking up threes. Watch me say that, and then he returns and he hits 8 threes. Watch.
But there you have it. He's good for something. Defense.
No. Don't get it twisted. He'll still be good for something. You know.
Hey, fellas, let me tell you something real quick. Before Ron came on, the judge gave a great statement about who was more responsible, whether it be Kevin Durant or Nash. I think it's Nash. I'm gonna tell you right quick. You got Blake Griffin, didn't even get in the game. You got LaMarcus Aldridge, never went in the game. What is up with that? So to answer your question, how can you not play? Blake Griffin's not like he used to be. We all know that. But damn, he can give you something. LaMarcus Aldridge, he been getting double figures. He not even stepping on the court. So I'm gonna have to go with Nash on this one.
Well, but here's the thing. So I would agree with you if this was like 5 years ago. Yeah, like 5 years ago. Like because 5 years ago, LaMarcus Aldridge, offensively and defensively, was something,
Beast.
and Blake Griffin was still something. But the fact that where they are right now in their career, it's not really viable to put them out there. You know what I mean? Like where they're at right. Because think about it. When you watch basketball long enough to know this. When you get into playoffs, your roster shrinks.
Yes.
To the point that there's times where you're only out there with 6 dudes. You know what I mean? Like you got guys playing multiple. So you're only out there with like 6 dudes. So it's like once you start cutting down the time and you start getting guys off, those are the first 2 that's gonna end up getting off. Those are gonna be the first.
Okay. Now I hear you.
Go ahead.
Check this out. Nick Claxton, 23 minutes, 1 for 1, 0. 3 points. You mean to tell me LaMarcus Aldridge can't get 3 points or double figures?
Excuse me.
God bless you. Bless you.
I think there's a possibility he can come off the bench and be a spark, be someone.
That's what I'm saying.
But the thing is, though, you can't have that because Goran Dragic came off the bench as a spark, and that was great for him. You already got like two.
But you also got to look at this though. If you put Blake Griffin and LaMarcus Aldridge on the court, that's instant fast break time for Boston.
True.
I didn't say it the same time.
I get what you're saying that they can help offensively, but that's going to slow the game down so much. And right now, Brooklyn doesn't need to do that because Boston is getting whatever they want. And let's just be real. Blake Griffin was never really a defensive guy. And LaMarcus Aldridge is just tall, but he's never been the guy that can move his feet. I think you put those two on the court, Boston really gets what they want. Especially with the way Al Horford is playing. He's playing like Atlanta Al Horford.
I know that I don't like it, but yeah, he is. He definitely is.
Yep, they'll be able to space the floor more and do more damage and create their own shots if they put those two guys on the floor. That's true.
And granted, I just want to clarify what Michael's not saying put them in at the same time. So I just want to make sure we clarify that. He's not saying put them in at the same time.
Right.
But the point does remain, though, even if it's just one of them, Boston is already loving the fast breaks, as they already are.
They are.
And then if you put Blake or LaMarcus Aldridge in there, that not only is that more fast breaks, Michael, I want to finish up because you said about the spark plug thing. You already have two guys who fill that role. Goran Dragic and Patty Mills. So it's like you have those two guys who are your spark plug, and they kind of switch on and off depending on, whoever's hotter or whatever. But it's like if you want to make him kind of be that spark plug, whose minutes are you now going to cut into? Because everybody right now, Edwards only played 3 minutes. Outside of him, the person with the least amount of minutes played was Patty Mills with 18. After him, it's Goran Dragic at 20. Then everyone is 23, 24, 40, 31, 38. So it's like, if you want to put them in there, who are you comfortable taking out? Because like Amon said, Claxton is supposed to be in there for defense. Now, God knows if that's the truth, but more times than not,
he only took one shot, bro. He took one shot.
And the whole damn. And I get that. But remember, this is a role player.
But you also got to remember, this is how Steve Nash has to realize that the isolation offense that he's trying to run is not going to work against a team.
But Rob,
the Boston Celtics are right, and I'm sorry, we've all criticized Steve Nash all year, all season. Mm-hmm. Steve Nash just says put the ball in KD and Kyrie hand and go to work. That's not going to work against Boston. They showed a clip last night. I'm watching them on the halftime breakdown. Literally, KD gets the ball at the top of the key. Even his own teammates are watching him. Nobody is trying to get open. Nobody's cutting. Nobody's coming off screens. So it's easy to just lock in on a Kevin Durant, especially when Kyrie Irving disappears. So right now, it's just not looking good for Brooklyn. I don't care if they bring back a prime Dirk Nowitzki. It's nothing that they can do right now unless they start playing team ball.
I agree. In fact, the fact is, guys, the Celtics had 7 players in double figures. So they're spreading the wealth. How many times you see Tatum get 10 assists in the game? How many times you see that?
Well, honestly, first of all, I said this before, it's rare that he gets 7 assists. I love him, but it's rare he gets 7. Once you start getting to double digits, that's crazy. But
crazy.
It's a testament to how good he is and how smart he is. Understanding, I'm having a bad game.
Yeah,
he shot 5 for 6 from the floor, and understood I'm having a horrible game. Made adjustments, like
got the team involved.
Right,
there's other ways to get involved in the game.
Right, exactly. Shooting the ball, horrible night. 5 for 16 is awful. He barely did better than Kevin Durant. Yeah, barely. barely. Kevin Durant went 4 for 17. Jason Tatum went 5 for 16, right? So shooting the ball was bad. However, he made up for it by spreading the ball and playing defense.
Ooh, say it again, Pride. Because the defense he was playing on KD, I didn't realize Jason Tatum was that long. Pause.
What?
But
Yeah,
the man got a nice wingspan, bro.
Yes.
yeah, he has a real nice wingspan.
Bro, bro. Yo,
He's nice. He's nice all the way around.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and that's
You can see that. You can see that Kobe in him, bro. Like he get that look in his eye. You can tell.
Yep.
I like it.
One of the
it's
best
funny.
wing players in the NBA today.
And it's funny because I was told that him and Jaylen Brown can't play with each other.
Hey, I didn't think so. The way that they were playing at first, but they figured it out. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you can tell that they're working on their games. And the good thing that works for them is they actually like each other. They want to see each other win.
Yeah,
so
there were times when Jason Tatum was in his rough spot. What did he do? He would get the rebound. What would he do? This man willingly gave the ball to Jaylen Brown. Willingly. This man said, with honor, I present thee thy gift.
But
they can't play with each other.
Let's talk about y'all X Factor, though. That boy Pritchard coming off the bench.
Yeah.
You know what? They worked out their differences. They worked out
number 11 ever.
They showed up at the right time. They're hot right now. They're playing collectively together, and it's lovely to watch.
And that defense is just amazing. I got to give it to him. That is championship defense. It's like I said, every time KD comes off the ball, he goes up for a shot. You see a guy in his face. You see a guy with a hand behind him. It's like like Shaq said, or I think Kenny said it. He's starting to hear footsteps. It's those footsteps now, because now every time you get the ball,
I'm seeing ghosts.
Yeah, you know.
Go on, man. Don't go too much, bro. Try's smiling away. Don't be. He's smiling away.
But it's a reality.
But we know KD is a walking 50 points waiting to happen.
But that's what I'm saying. In Brooklyn, maybe that makes a difference. Maybe.
He can erupt at any time, and he's due.
Hey, what y'all didn't mention, right? Prior to January, what was the Celtics record?
We were horrible. We were under 500 before the All-Star break. We were horrible.
What made the change? You know what made the change? The coach.
Yeah,
you guys got a great coach.
New coach. They had to get involved with a new system, new assistant coaches, the whole.
Yeah, they had a meeting
and got ready together.
Yeah, they had.
I think the coach has a big part.
Oh no, you got to give credit to Ime. I don't care what anyone says. Like
Udoka.
Yeah, Udoka. Like, and mind you, I think he should.
Well, look where he comes from.
Huh?
Look where he comes from. Comes from San Antonio. He's watched Coach Popovich. Like, he understands the concept of team ball.
Yep. And again, this team. What I like about this team, they hold each other accountable.
Yes,
they do.
If you mess up, you hold like prior to the All-Star break, they got into a heated argument. Well, I'm even going to say heated argument, but everyone was calling everyone out on their BS.
Yep.
Like everybody, they all looked at each other, and Marcus Smart said, "Jason Tatum, you got to get it together. Like, you're not playing like you're our best player. You need to get it together." And Jason Tatum didn't make excuses. He didn't mope. He didn't cry. He was like, "You're right. I got to do better." When you see your best player say, "I got to do better," when you see that, when you see him playing inconsistent, and he says, "I need to step up," when you have your best player willing to do that, when he's going through a rough patch, that makes everybody else go,
okay, what am I not doing?
Right. Now it makes everyone look at themselves. So now when you criticize them, now you're not coming from a place of, oh, you're being defensive. You're just
right.
Now it's like, okay, so he admitted he's wrong. He's going to fix his. Now let's move on to the next guy. Let's move on to Jaylen Brown. What's wrong with him, bro? You got to get healthy. We got to figure out how to keep you on the floor. All right, bet. Marcus Smart. What's wrong with you? You got to stop taking those ill-advised shots. You need to work on that. You got to stop doing that. Next one. What? Like, who's next? Like, that's really
I think them having that veteran leadership of like an Al Horford there, it really helps. I love Al.
I want to apologize to Al Horford because when we got him, I thought it was a waste. I hated him. Yep, I was anti Al Horford. This is my formal apology. I'm sorry. If I have slandered that good name, forgive me, please, Al. You sure? Because
Al Horford out there playing, bro.
Yeah, he is.
Playing.
Nah,
I don't know what he did. He took some of that, he took some of that fountain of youth, but he's turning back to.
Very productive.
I don't know about that. I'm not gonna go there. I ain't gonna go there.
Nah, he took an EpiPen. He took an EpiPen.
You know what was the big factor y'all didn't mention? When they got back Tice.
Tice,
big factor. He's playing, 15 points, 7 for 9. My man's balling, man. And he can play the pick and roll. Defensively, he can step out and good addition.
And what I love about Daniel Tice, I said this before. What I love so much about Daniel Tice, if you tell him, he gives you what you need.
Yeah.
Like, if we don't have Daniel Tice and Time Lord is out, I'm nervous.
Yeah.
Daniel, like with Time Lord being out, Daniel Tice knew, all right, I gotta step up. But he also knows once Robert Williams comes back,
it's his team.
It's back to his spot.
Yeah.
Right.
And he understands that.
But I think he's okay with that.
He's perfectly okay with that. It's in his mind. He knows, look, there's going to be games where I don't play. It is what it is. Because guess what? When you need me, I'm here.
I'm there.
And that is something that a lot of players in the league need to actually understand. Because that's what's going to keep Daniel Tice on a roster for so long.
Yes, sir.
That's what makes people want him.
Right.
That's what makes people want him. That right there makes people want him. A guy who understands, look, I'll start today. I won't play tomorrow. I'll come off the bench the day after. I'm still going to give you 110%.
That's how he rolls. He's been like that always.
He's always been like that. He's always been a very content player. And when he's out on the floor, he goes to work. He does his thing,
Always. And and one thing I like about him, dude, in terms of defending the paint, he ain't the best, but he'll jump at you every single time.
Yeah, and he's a body though. He's a body because you're not just gonna bully him down there.
Right. You gonna earn yours. You're gonna earn it.
But we also got to talk about on Brooklyn's side of the ball. We talked about the lack of coaching, but there's also it's a lack of leadership, starting from the coach to the best player on the court. I'm sorry, it's like we've always questioned Kevin Durant's leadership, and it's always going to continue to be questioned after you see games like that. Like when you're up 17 points or 18 points, however much they were up, there's no way in hell that we're going back. No. We're not going back to Brooklyn with an L. We're not doing it. It's like you got to stop.
Especially when that game, our best player went 5 for 16. Like when our
nobody really played good until the end. If you want to be real,
let's be honest. They did, and it's crazy because in the third quarter we would go on a run to get within 3, and then Brooklyn would hit a couple shots.
Right, because Seth kind of took over.
Right.
Dragic took over. Yeah.
Dragic did his. I don't care what no one says. Dragic scares me. Coming off I don't know what it is. As a starter, I laugh. I don't care. I'm like, bro, go ahead and start. I don't care. Coming off the bench, I don't know what it is, man. Maybe
I just better as a reserve player. That's what
I think it is, man.
Well, remember that's when he used to get his bread and butter because that's who you had to see after Steve Nash went to the bench. Now you got to see Dragic.
And the scary part about Brooklyn, though, I will say this, is you got 2 spark plugs. You got 2 guys in Goran Dragic and Patty Mills,
right,
who can come off the bench and pop off.
They can light it up.
Patty ain't come through yet. Patty ain't done nothing yet.
Yeah, but I really think that they.
Yeah.
Right now, Ben Simmons should be licking at the chops.
Yes.
If I was Ben, I would want to play. Because we see right now Brooklyn is lacking playmaking.
Bro.
They are lacking playmaking because pretty much all you're doing is giving the ball to KD and Kyrie. Say, bring it up the court. If you don't have a shot, then the other guy probably has a shot. They're not even looking for other teammates. You need somebody like right now, they're missing James Harden. They're missing the hell out of James Harden right now.
I promise you they're not.
No, I'm not for his scoring, but for his playmaking ability. Because one thing we do know about James Harden, yeah, he might not can't get buckets the same way he can, but he'll get you open.
Yeah, but I don't.
And that's what Ben Simmons is.
But then you're losing even more.
Right, but Ben Simmons ain't playing.
Right.
I'll
get back on the floor.
If Ben Simmons comes back game 3 and they win, imagine what that would do.
Oh, it's gonna be a lot of people saying, "I'm sorry, Ben."
Oh yeah.
Forget that. Forget that. Imagine the confidence for Ben Simmons himself.
Yeah.
Your first game back, you're thrown into the fire in the playoffs.
And you are the savior.
and you're gonna be portrayed as the savior. You then get the win. Like, if I'm Ben, but I don't know, man. As much as I love Ben, do you want to be portrayed as a savior? Do you really want that?
Yep. I was betrayed as the loser. I was betrayed as the scared guy.
The guy who couldn't
might as well be portrayed for something good.
Hey, fellas, do you actually think he's going to play in this series?
No.
You can speculate.
I don't think he's going to play because he's scared.
Exactly.
It's a realistic possibility that he could play.
Hold on. How is he scared, though? I need
someone to explain. Because he's been cleared to play.
His mental state.
He's been cleared to play. He's cleared.
I understand he's been cleared to play, but it's the Brooklyn Nets that's holding him off the court.
If he really wanted to play, they'll let him play.
They need him for game 3. They really need him.
Because if the team don't want to play you, they're not.
If I'm Brooklyn right now, I don't care. If I'm Brooklyn right now, I'm playing you, bro.
Right, but that's you though. Brooklyn is probably waiting to see what happened game 3. They're probably going to see what happened game 3.
I don't want to. I wouldn't want to go down 3-0 to the Celtics.
I would start him for game 3. I wouldn't want to know what happens in game 3.
Yeah, I don't even want to explore that possibility.
Right? No, I agree with you. Look, I would have started Ben Simmons from the jump, and I would have told him, "Look, you're here for defense. You're here for defense, and when the offense runs stagnant, we're gonna run some stuff through you where you can try to get some guys open." However, Brooklyn don't want to play him for whatever reason. It's the same thing with Zion in New Orleans. It's the same thing. Zion says he's ready, and New Orleans doesn't want to play him. It's the same thing in Brooklyn. Ben says he's ready, and the Nets are saying, relax. And he's like, all right, cool.
But New Orleans their scenario is different, though.
Yeah, it is. I think.
No, I understand the scenario is different, but the destination is the same.
Oh, it's changed though for New Orleans now. If I'm New Orleans, I would be looking at the possibility of playing Zion now, especially with Devin Booker hurt.
It's the same thing.
Exactly. I don't think they want to rush him back because I think they realize that they don't have a chance of beating the Suns in the first round, even though they tied.
Yeah, but Devin Booker is hurt.
Brooklyn probably can't beat the Celtics in the first round. It's the same scenario.
Booker is hurt.
We got here through the regular
season. I don't care what nobody say. Them hamstring injuries, they tricky.
I know.
Nope.
They don't go away. They don't go away.
He's out for games 3 and 4, correct?
They automatically rule out for the next 2 games at the bare minimum. At the bare minimum,
that changes the whole dynamic of that series.
The whole dynamic.
If Zion comes back, that dynamic is 100% flip.
And fellas, check this out. Right. And check it out, fellas. How many years has Chris Paul played in the playoffs? Something goes wrong.
I feel so bad for Chris Paul. I feel so bad for Chris Paul because Chris Paul doesn't deserve that, man.
Yeah, he
doesn't deserve it. He's a great player.
Every year, something happens. Every year.
Floor general. He's a true floor general. Yep. Everyone around him respects him. They listen to him. You know, he's that veteran presence that the Suns needed. Yep. He changed the culture of that franchise.
And I love him. I love Chris Paul, but it's unfortunately
some things are just not meant to be.
That's what
sad, man.
It really is.
Unfortunate for some people.
It's really not because of his lack of talent.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you want to say he blew some series, fine, whatever. But more times than not, 80% of the series that he lost was because he lost a key piece.
Or he was the key piece that was lost.
Or he was the key piece that was lost.
I feel bad for that dude, man.
Like I really do. But like Rob said, maybe it's just some things are just not meant to be.
And now
he's still a first ballot Hall of Famer. Nobody
said.
Oh, absolutely. First team.
Now, granted, I still think Phoenix is coming out the West.
Nah.
I think
you're
so.
relying on the 37-year-old guy.
I'm riding with the Warriors, man.
I don't know.
The Warriors looking scary right now.
I don't know now with Devin Booker being injured. I just don't. I don't know. I had him going all the way, but if Devin Booker's out and not going to be
but Jonathan, he's not out indefinitely though.
Nah, he'll be back if they're able to beat New Orleans. Then it gets interesting again because he'll be back. But even with Devin Booker there, I was going for the Warriors. Like right now, the Warriors are getting back into that bag, man. Well, I'm looking at the way Draymond is playing against Jokic. I mean, Poole is stepping up big. I mean, Clay is getting back in the rhythm. Steph looking like an MVP again. It's scary hours in Golden State.
Green doing his thing.
Man, Draymond Green.
Serious, man. That's gonna be
Draymond Green is so underrated to me for this team because a lot of people. When I tell people Draymond Green is important to this team, I'm not saying he'll go to the Orlando Magic and change life for them. But for this dynamic and for this team, he's a perfect fit because he knows where everybody is going to be at. He gets Steph open. Steph plays better when Draymond is on the court.
Right. He knows how to get him open. That's right. And he defends really well. And that's all they really need him to do.
And listen, I understand why I would pick Golden State. I understand it because I genuinely believe it's going to be Golden State and the Phoenix Suns in the Western Conference Finals. I really do believe. I think it's going 7.
Oh, that'll be a great series.
Oh, it's gonna be a hell of a series.
Dynamic.
I just by the time it's over. You said what, Jonathan?
Probably be one of the best series in NBA history by the time it's all over.
Oh my God!
Could be.
No, you know.
I would love to see that Clay versus Booker matchup.
Nope. You see. Now that Jonathan said that, Rob, you licking your chops and all that stuff. Watch this be a sweep.
It's not gonna be a sweep. You're not gonna sweep the Warriors, bro.
No, I'm not saying. I'm just saying. What are these?
Yeah, this building right here. Make a left, right at this light.
So excited. We're gonna get so happy, and then the loser gets swept. That's how it's gonna be. Now you're Watch that.
I think it comes down to all 7 games.
Oh no! If you're making me bet, I'm saying 7. I'm going 7. I don't think there's a single double-digit loss in it.
I'll definitely be writing about that series for sure.
But like you said, it could potentially be one of the greatest matchups of all time.
It could
be. The potential is there.
And fellas, hey, Ron, and Judge, because me and probably had a beef about this one. How much of importance do you think home court has?
Say that again.
I said, how much of importance do you place on home court? Remember, Prod, me and you, we went at it. You said it don't matter about home court long. If the team's better, they're gonna win. Am I right?
That's not what I said. Right. That's not what I said.
Well, it depends on the team, really.
Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you.
Play better on the road.
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Home court doesn't always matter. It matters for certain teams, though.
Right. I said it all depends on because what he said 90. It was like 90-something% of teams with home court advantage win the series. It was something like that. Basically, some astronomical number.
It's not necessarily the case, but
my thing is
it kind of favors the home team because of the fans and you know.
And my thing is you're incorporating a lot of 1 seed versus 8 seeds. You see what I'm saying? Like the Phoenix Suns right now, when they beat the Pelicans, I think they're beating the Pelicans. When they beat the Pelicans, is it because of home court advantage? They're just the better team.
But they do have home court advantage.
But it doesn't matter because they're the better team.
Okay.
It matters more in football.
Hold on. Home court advantage is so important that they just split the series. They just lost game 2 at home.
All right, Pride. Ron, help me out here. Why do teams play so hard to gain home court advantage? If what you're saying doesn't mean anything.
They do it so that way they have a comfortable thing to get.
Some players feed off of their
fans. Some players like actually playing on the road though. If you look at some great players, they like that shit.
I'm not
like Patrick Beverly. Like Patrick Beverly, he doesn't care if
Jordan did too.
He's retired
in this era.
Wait, hold on, Michael, what'd you say? Hold on. Michael, what'd you say?
I said he's retired. He is.
Talking about Pat Bears? Oh yeah, you need that though.
Yo, he tried to slide that in there.
Shout out to the West Side.
I just retired from the Department of Corrections. He'd be one of the top inmates in my prison. That's what I feel.
he crazy. But all I'm saying,
you need that villain though in the NBA.
You do.
Yes.
You do.
Yes.
You
You
need that
do.
one
Absolutely.
annoying,
Matter of fact, that's the
obnoxious
villain
player that's
That's
gonna
the
get on
villain.
everybody's nerves, and he's pesky, and it creates a narrative for the league. And now everyone you see got everyone talking. When he jumped on the scores table as if he won a championship.
Oh my God!
Kobe Bryant.
But my man's had on a Versace robe though.
Shout out to him.
Hey, and he getting paid $12 million a year. Ain't too bad.
Let him live his life. Let him
He
live
could be
Hey,
selling
hey.
at McDonald's or something.
But you know what though? Quiet is kept. It's players like Patrick Beverly that's giving confidence to Anthony Edwards. That's in his ear, like, boy, do you know who you are? Do you know what you're capable of?
Yeah.
Like,
Carl Anthony Towns too.
Too much credit.
now you know
And
what?
Billy Crosby.
Carl Anthony Towns, man, is soft. SAWFT.
He is.
I mean,
He's
too big. He's too big. He's too big.
Bro, I actually talked about this on my show one time. Like, Minnesota has so much talent for them to have the record that they have, for them to be in the position that they're in. If you look at them, like if you were just looking at names and put their starting lineup up to many people's starting lineup, they have a pretty decent starting lineup, and they're a little deeper than people think they are. But you look at coaching, you look at Carl Anthony Towns, it's like, dude, you too big to be always on the perimeter all the time, bro. Get your big ass down there and bang, bro.
I'm with you. I'm with you on that. I am definitely with you on that.
Establish a post game. Use your body to bully people inside the paint.
And then you can spread that. Like, oh, I can get you from out here too. But it's like,
right.
I don't get it. And I'm gonna be real with you. If they don't make some changes, I don't know how long they're gonna keep Anthony Edwards unless you really gonna pay that man.
Now let me ask you a question.
He's looking like he's more the vocal leader and the guy that's gonna be the superstar that Carl Anthony Towns was supposed to be.
Yeah, because I like Ant.
Maybe you move on from Cat and you devote all your attention to the young cat that's coming up now, Anthony.
Yeah,
because he's your franchise cornerstone moving forward.
Right, but
I agree, John. I agree.
But Cat had his best year this year.
But
what is he?
Where has that gotten you? Where has that gotten you?
And through the play-in into the playoffs, and now they're.
First of all, he was a no-show in the play. First off, he was a no-show in the play-in, and then he had the one good game against Grizzlies.
Yeah,
he had the one good game against the Grizzlies.
They played two.
Didn't he only have 11 points?
He didn't do nothing in game two. He didn't do nothing in game two.
Hey, but
he's always in foul trouble. Like,
and
play
he doesn't
defense
defend very well either.
When they come home,
I love how Pride tries to defend the downtrodden.
I love Carl Anthony Towns. That's my boy. I love it. Yo, it hurts me for y'all to say.
I got love for Cat because of what he's been through. And the fact that he's still smiling and playing. I got love for Carl Anthony Towns, the man. But if we're talking about the basketball player, it almost, I know Jimmy Butler can be a cancer to a team, but it's like, was he right? Like you got to look at Cat. Like, look, dude, you're soft as hell, bro. You soft.
He said the same thing about Wiggins. Butler said the same thing about Wiggins.
And it took for Wiggins to go to a championship pedigree team to learn how to bring the toughness out of him.
Bro, no.
He became an all-star going to the Warriors, right? He became an all-star going to the Warriors, right?
Rob,
that's all I'm saying.
Rob, you're tweaking right now, brother.
That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. What did he do when he was with Minnesota?
Bro, you're tweaking.
Nothing.
You're tweaking.
Only because he had so much pressure on him because he was the number one pick.
But you're tweaking, Rob. He's basically playing the same exact way.
He is. He's not a number one guy.
He's on a terrible team.
He's not a number one guy. It's not about being on a terrible team. He's just not a number one guy.
But you can't.
He's more of a role player.
Oh yeah, Jimmy Butler was right. Like, no, you can't say that.
I say, what if Jimmy Butler was right? He was right about Cat.
See,
I think
you say that. Meanwhile, Cat's out here dropping 30 on dudes. So I don't know what Jimmy Butler talking about. Meanwhile, the guy is out here averaging 21 for his career. So I don't know what we're talking about with Jimmy Butler, bro. I don't know what we're talking about.
Ain't this like Cat's first playoff appearance? Yeah.
I can't because you're right. Like, Anthony Towns, bro. Like,
And who got him there? Who got him there?
Hold on. Thank you. Anthony Towns got him there.
No. Ant got him there.
Or?
But they both did.
No, smoking, bro.
Who got him there?
Hey, Ron, man, you're tough on Cat. I think you're tough on Cat, bro. I
am tough on Cat. Yeah,
because he's gonna be a lot better.
You know why I'm tough on Cat? Because Cat is so talented. He is so talented, and it's like, dude, if you could just put all that together, Cat could be like right now. Karl Anthony Towns should be the premier big man in the league. He should. He has the talent to do whatever, and it's like, bro.
Rob,
you know I'm not lying, Pride. You know I'm not lying.
I think that's what's more frustrating is the
because
fact
he's had so much talent. He is talented. I'm not gonna sit up here and say he's trash. I'm just saying he's soft.
Yeah, he's not trash.
He's not trash by a long shot. If you look at what he can do, he can score from all aspects of the court.
Rob, let me ask you something.
If he can get his defense together and actually play defense without hacking people,
make it tough inside the paint, that kind of stuff. He'll be a complete player.
Oh no, Pride, did you kick out Mike?
No. No, he comes in and out.
Okay. I know Pride start kicking people out. I'm like, am I next?
No. Usually if I do, there's a setup. There's usually a setup. Like, oh yeah, you want to run your mouth, and there's usually a setup.
But Anthony Edwards, to me, is the one. He's built like a linebacker. You know, he has the physique.
Yeah.
You know, he has the size. He could bully his way inside.
Nice.
You know, the guy is just an amazing little player, and you see each time he's maturing.
Yeah.
You know,
hold on.
Each game he's developing as a player. So I mean, if you want to build your future around a player, I think it might be him.
Rob, let me ask you that because you're being hard on Carl. He's a top 3 center in the league, right?
Top 3?
He's one of the top centers.
Top 5. Now he might be top 3. He might be top 3.
Who
you got him. You got him. Jokic.
Let me get.
And
you got
then
power forward above him, don't you? You
Joel
got power forward above him.
Joel Embiid, Jokic.
Switch those.
Damn, it might be Cat.
It ain't no might be.
Yeah, I think it's Cat.
Is Jokic the best big man in the league? Joel Embiid gets participation.
I got Embiid over Jokic.
Matter of fact, and listen, and guess what? Y'all can go ahead and have him over. You can have Embiid over him. It don't matter. Because at the end of the day, y'all both wrong. Okay?
But I got Jokic winning the MVP, though.
It got Jokic number 1. Okay. Number 2, I got Embiid. And then 3, I got Karl Anthony Towns. Y'all can fight over 4, 5, and 6. And by the way, DeAndre Ayton next year is going to be officially in the top 5, and nobody can deny him.
No, he's in the top 5.
I say that, but then I get killed. I get criticized.
DeAndre Ayton is in the top 5. He got that old school game. I love DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, he does.
And he's in the contract year. He's in the contract year too.
No, I'm glad. Matter of fact, Phoenix, do him dirty. Don't sign him. Do him dirty. Don't sign him. I know a place where you'll be appreciated, bro.
No.
I know one place. Where we
love
you. And
no.
Hey, I know Evan Mobley, he's combo, but would you put him in the upcoming years as one of the top big men in the game?
Not as a center. Not as a center.
Not as a center.
But then when you say big man, that kind of does the because it depends what you mean by big man. Because a lot of people
he kind of changed Cleveland's fortunes this season.
Kind of.
He made an immediate impact on that team. So
good combo.
He's on his way.
Yeah, I don't think you could put him in the big man in like the center conversation. I mean, maybe if he gains a little more muscle and you can move him to the 5, maybe. Right.
And give him some time.
I do like his game though. I do like his game. Evan
what he did this season was amazing, man.
It was. That's my rookie of the year. Now, if you want to give it to Scotty Barnes, I won't argue. I'm not going to argue with no one. You know,
a little biased there because he played at USC. Evan Mobley did. He's from Southern California.
Oh, you? Oh, okay. I think
Green came on strong.
He's from San Diego.
Hey, what about Green? Forgot about Green.
Jalen Green? I Oof.
I like him.
It came on now.
He came on, but
He's not going to get it. He's not going to get it.
Yeah,
He's on
that's
his
what
way,
I'm
though,
saying.
too.
He's not on the level of Mobley and Scotty right now in terms of winning that award, in terms of winning Rookie of the Year.
I give you that.
Like in terms of winning Rookie of the Year, in my opinion, it's got to be Evan Mobley. If it's not Evan Mobley, it's got to be Scotty Barnes.
I mean, if you made it a popularity contest, though, you can make an argument because he was flashy for Houston.
Nah, if it was a popularity contest, Cade Cunningham would win it.
Cade came on strong too.
Why? Because he came on strong too.
Think about it.
He was
before the season started. Jonathan, remember, before the season started, he was the universal de facto Rookie of the Year before he even stepped on the court.
That's true.
Yeah.
Like they were trying to give him that award.
They were.
They were
because he was the number one pick. He was the chosen one.
Right. They were desperately trying to give him that award. Then he struggled. It's kind
of hard to do that in Detroit, though.
Right. And while he was struggling, Scotty Barnes was hooping and Evan Mobley was hooping, and people had no choice but to recognize them. Right. Then when they started recognizing them, they were like, wow, it's really between them. Then Cade Cunningham, towards like the latter half of the second half of the season, he started getting it together. Everything clicked, and then he started hooping. But I think it was too little too late.
I have to agree with you.
I think he started hooping, unfortunately, in terms of Rookie of the Year, he started hooping just too late. It just, his body of work doesn't line up with Scotty's or Evan Mobley's. It just doesn't.
I agree.
Jalen Green's doesn't line up with theirs either. But those guys,
again, better second half, right?
Exactly. Yeah, like again, second half of the year, both of them took off.
Yeah, but Evan Mobley and Scotty Barnes, they stayed consistent all year. They got off to a fast start, and they were able to sustain that going into the second half.
And that's the only reason why I'm giving it to either Mobley or Barnes.
And Cleveland also got to the play-in tournament. And look, the Toronto Raptors are in the playoffs right now. Of course, they're going to lose, but they're still there. And
the fact that Mobley played with his brother at USC, he's going to be a good NBA ball player as well.
Mobley,
I didn't think Mobley has as many offensive moves as he does, Judge.
He does.
I knew he could play defense, but my man can do some things on the offensive end.
Yeah.
Surprised the hell out of me.
He moves his feet. He has excellent footwork. He has great awareness on the basketball court. He plays with a lot of poise. He's a very energetic type player. I watched a lot of his games at USC, and he was like that. And he translated well over into the NBA. It's good to see him continue to grow and prosper now at the NBA level.
Yep. And you know what's good too, fellas, is the fact that when you go from you transport from college to the NBA, college is a lot of zones, all various types of zones. NBA, the floor is spread out, more open space to do your thing. And that's why I think players like Mobley can be enhanced and their games get better because there's more space.
They can excel.
Yeah, absolutely, because there's more space.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what you're seeing from Mobley. Now the expectations is going to be greater for him next year. That's what I always like to see. Once a rookie has a breakthrough year, I like to see how they respond the following year with those expectations, that's placed upon them going into the following season.
Yeah, I agree with you, Judge. And check this out. Wait till Sexton comes back. Sexton's
not coming back.
You don't think so?
They were trying to trade him. They don't want to pair him with Darius Garland, which I mean to me kind of confuses me a little bit. But hey,
me too.
Hey,
why not pair him with him?
Yes,
would be dangerous in the Eastern Conference. You would have Mobley. You would have Sexton,
oh man,
you would have Garland.
Jared Allen.
Jared Allen. I call him an undercover brother because he's out.
No,
you have a nice little squad there. You should keep that team together and see what they can do.
They were trying to trade him. They were really trying to trade him.
That's crazy.
If I'm mistaken, he's a free agent. I think now he's
and he'll probably walk most likely if they're handing it over to Darius Garland, if they're handing him the keys.
Which again kind of confuses me because I would maybe it's just me.
Be in
I
the
would pair
driver's
him.
seat. Yeah,
because I don't know. I like them. I like both of them. I like Garland and Sexton.
I like both of them, but that's nasty if you had those two together.
Yeah, oh my God, it would be vicious. I really would like it. It would be extremely vicious, But to each their own. To each their own.
It's a business.
Yep. So Philadelphia, they ended up beating the Raptors. Nice comeback, by the way. That's another team who came back. They ended up winning in overtime, 104-101. James Harden, 7 for 13, 19 points. Fouled out. I want to start with you, Jonathan. On a scale of 1 to 10, how concerned are you about James Harden's recent postseason performances?
I'm very concerned at this point. I wasn't too concerned in game 2, but now that we're in game 3, it's a bit concerning because look, we know this guy's history, right? We know that he has choked before in big moments. That he has performed choke jobs on the big stage, particularly in the NBA playoffs. This is not a good look. This is not something you anticipated if you're a Sixers fan. This guy's gonna have to find a way to get his shots. He's gonna have to play disciplined basketball. And stay out of foul trouble because they're going to need him on the floor and they need him to be that viable piece if they're going to have success and get to the NBA finals. Joel Embiid is not enough. They traded for James Harden for a reason, and that was to win an NBA championship. The pressure is on the Sixers to get it done. The pressure has mounted. And you gave up a lot to get James Harden. So to hear him say that the pressure is not on him, that's a lie. The pressure is on you, bro. Is on you, bro. You got to step your game up, stay out of foul trouble, and stop being a one-dimensional player. Try to get to the basket and finish there as well. But yeah, I'm a bit concerned if I'm a Sixers fan.
My dumb self is muted. Michael, I'm throwing it to you on a scale.
That was beautiful, Jonathan.
Yeah. How concerned are you regarding James Harden, if you are concerned at all?
Some judge, you made some great facts. Hard to argue with you, but I think that it is do or die because Morey put so much emphasis on obtaining Harden and gave away so much for the future for now. So the pressure is on Harden to perform, but no, not only on him. Like you said, it's not on one person. It takes a team effort. I think Harden last night, 38 minutes, 7 for 13, not bad. 19 points, 10 assists, 6 rebounds, not bad. They're going to need more. They're going to need more as the playoffs get tougher and tougher. And he needs to come through. Don't expect the Harden of 3-4 years ago. Don't expect Harden when he played at Houston, because that's not going to happen. But if he can do something, whereas him and B can do the pick and roll, pick and pop, spread the floor. He's a great assist man. I think he'll be effective. To what extent, I really don't know. But I think people think he's going to be the Harden that played at Houston. That's not going to happen. But that's why they got him, figuring that he would be. But he's not going to be that type of Harden. But I think he can be effective. And I think if, Tobias Harris comes through like he should, I think they're going to be all right. And then they got Maxey. Maxey's on point. I think that's going to alleviate some of the pressure off of him. I think he's going to be all right.
Point blank, period. Pride, I'm not even going to let you ask me. Ring the panic alarm. It's time to ring the panic alarm. Tyrese Maxey has been the second best player on the Philadelphia 76ers. That is not a recipe for success. I'm just letting you know now. James Harden has to be the second best player on this team, which he has not been
And it's not even just the playoffs. We know what he's done in the playoffs before. Absolutely nothing. Look at how he performed on the last half of the season. He was horrible, atrocious. Joel Embiid, he should have won the MVP just in spite of having to play with this version of James Harden.
Damn, bro. Hey, say what you feel, bro.
I'm just being real.
Yo,
James
Rob.
Harden has been playing horrible, and I'm not gonna let him off the hook. What's Prime favorite saying? Keep that same energy. If we're gonna criticize Kevin Durant, if we're gonna criticize Kyrie Irving, if we're gonna criticize LeBron James and criticize Russell Westbrook and Ben Simmons, I'm gonna criticize James Harden. He needs to get his ish together.
I think he will, though. I think he will.
So
see, he doesn't have a great playoff track record.
Nope. Well, so here's my whole thing on it. This is what I think is happening. I think James Harden is starting to learn that my entire career, aside from Brooklyn, I've been doing way too much in the first round and the second round, and I'm fatigued.
Yes.
When we get later down the road, which is what leads to my bad performances. Now, I'm thinking this is what he's thinking. I'm just saying. I think that's kind of what's leading to this whole thing of it, because he sees, all right, we got Joel Embiid. Maxey wants to step up. We'll have no problem with that. Tobias Harris is doing what he should. Now, again, that's the concerning part, because Michael said the same thing. If we're saying Tobias Harris is doing what he should be doing, but we're saying it with some uncertainty, that's a problem. Because Tobias Harris has shown us that there's times he don't really feel like playing basketball.
Like last night, he only took 9 shots. So I mean, I hate.
You know, like think about it. Like only the shot. Like that's kind of the iffy part. Now, here's what I'm gonna say on how I feel about this whole situation. I said this, I think yesterday. I gave up on James Harden. I want to start a precedent that I think a lot of people are gonna be angry about. We need to start ignoring a player's name, and we need to be ready, willing, and able to strip the title of superstar from a player. I think we're at that point with James Harden. At the end of his career, Kobe Bryant was not a superstar. When Mike went to the Wizards, he was not a superstar. And LeBron's final years, he's not going to be a superstar. Kevin Durant, when he gets there, he's not going to be a superstar.
And we're not taking away from what they've done.
But
I'm just saying right now.
I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about yesterday or the day. I'm talking about right here, right now. Based on what we have seen, I'm no longer comfortable calling James Harden a superstar. I'm not comfortable doing it anymore.
But fellas, what I think, fellas, is that I think he's trying to get everybody else involved. I mean, he only took 13 shots. When have you known James Harden to take 13 shots in the game?
Well, that's because he can't get past anybody anymore.
Right. Well, not only can't get past nobody, the step back isn't working for him anymore, because now people are starting to defend it a little better, and he fouled out.
And not to mention, he's losing his legs.
That is very true. But once he established,
well, traveling around the damn country so much, going from team to team,
you know,
you lose your legs.
and out there in France, kicking the little baby in the club with Meek Mill.
Well, he's done that. We all know he's done that.
You're playing with the Brooklyn Nets. You guys have a chance to be one of the most dominant big threes to ever play the game. And you do the disrespect to them by coming into the season out of shape. Now, it's okay for me to eat a couple chili dogs. All I do is sit here and talk sports. But when you're a top-notch athlete,
right,
you have to, like, let's be real. If Luka Doncic came into shape at the beginning of the season, he might be in the MVP conversation. You can't come into this league and be out of shape and think you're going to play yourself into shape once the season starts. The league is too good, and these players right now are too hungry for you to do that.
That's what like those team activities, things they do before the offseason. That's what that's for. They do that. Now, granted, they can't force you to show up, but it's there to get you in shape. So that way, when you hit the season, you're at least at your best position to be able to hit the ground running. And James Harden doesn't take that serious. He doesn't take his body serious.
He doesn't. I almost think he doesn't take the game serious.
You can make that argument because think about it. When he got traded, all that weight he lost, he got back. I'm not talking about from Houston to Brooklyn. I'm talking about Brooklyn to Philly.
Yeah.
All that weight that disappeared somehow.
And he has become a journeyman because all he's doing is going from team to team chasing a championship.
That's it.
You know, fellas, I wish I could argue with y'all, but I can't. I can't argue. Y'all right.
He's looking for the easiest path to a championship. And had he kept his ass in OKC with KD and Russell, I don't. They probably would have won a championship.
But I don't blame him for that because he needed his money.
Yeah. I don't blame him for OKC.
Money. It's like, look, you know what I can do.
OKC should have paid him. They should have.
Pay me.
Yes. No doubt.
They should have. And they ended up trading him. So I don't blame him for OKC.
Keep those three together, though. They would have won.
You can make the argument. You can make that argument, right? But I think right now we're in a situation where I don't know about Chop. I can't call James Harden a superstar anymore.
I don't. I agree.
I think that this is when you get called a superstar.
Wow.
I'm not gonna call you a superstar based on what you did a millennia ago.
He's been demoted back to.
I have to agree again. I
didn't call him a superstar in Houston. I said he was a superstar in Houston because there was no other superstar there.
Well, I mean, it's not like you have to reach and find a superstar for every team. You know what I mean? But it's just, at the time in Houston, he was
during the regular season.
He was a regular season superstar, and then during the playoffs, he would have his moments where he would play out. But at the bare minimum, you can at least say, "Hey, look, you can point to the regular season." Left Houston, now look what he's been doing. He's been struggling since. And don't pitch me about this. Oh, when he went to Philly, he was rebirthed because the stats are similar. The only difference is he probably had like 2 games.
He's having like 20 a game, 20 and 8.
I'm trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Let me ask you a question. What superstar? Who are we going to call a superstar that only drops about 20, 21 a game?
Let's be real.
Chris Paul.
I'm glad you said that. And you want to know why we call him a superstar? Because what else does he bring me? What else does he give to me?
You didn't ask that. You said.
No, I know, but it's a segue. It's a segue.
Oh, okay.
It's a segue. Okay. Because when you say, and first of all, right now, as much as I love him, he's not a superstar. I don't know about you. I'm not calling Chris Paul a superstar right now. But if you want to call him a superstar, what does he bring to the table outside of scoring? Not only is he an efficient scorer,
leadership.
He brings intangibles. Great ball handling, low turnovers, high assists, orchestrating the offense. My guy is 57 years old, and he still played better defense than half the league.
Yeah.
Never mind when you need him to if you need him to take over, Chris Paul will go 5, 6, 7 straight possessions just doing it by himself.
Exactly.
So if you want to say, oh yeah, whatever, it's like Chris Paul still brings you more things that can make you a superstar. Right now, James Harden doesn't do it. That's just how it is. That's the reality of the situation.
Maybe
like I said, right now, I don't call Chris Paul a superstar right now. I don't. I think he's in the phase of his career where he's a great player, all-star. But I think he's a part of his career where that's where he's at. So if you want to call him,
I agree with you. But I think y'all are being a little too tough on my man Harden. I think he's going to come through a little bit better than what y'all think.
And the only reason why I'm scared to believe it, the only reason why I'm personally scared to believe it is because me personally, I've been giving him the time for like the last 4 or 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
Like I thought when they were up 3-2 on Golden State and Chris Paul was out, I thought that game 6 was a perfect opportunity for James Harden to be like, you know what?
That was a
one game.
That was a massive
one game. That's it.
What they shoot? 0 for 32 or something? Something like that.
Horrible. And then he followed up with that brilliant Game 7 performance.
Right. Yeah.
So it's like,
y'all got the point.
It's like it's hard for me to keep on going and going and going. By the way, Pride, when I said Debo had one good season, he deserved a contract. Y'all got mad at me for that because it's true. He didn't just have one good season. I just want to clarify this. He had a great rookie season. He had over 800 yards his rookie season. He then was projected to make over 1,000 yards his second year and got hurt.
He was snatching chains and stealing bikes.
So don't make it seem like Debo was just a scrub his rookie year. It was a scrub his second year, and then all of a sudden popped off.
I wonder how that relationship fell off though.
Because he's sick and tired of doing everything. They want him to be the running back, the tight end, the wide receiver, and then they don't want to pay him as that.
Exactly. He want to get paid. He wants to get paid.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
As he should.
Exactly.
If you gonna pay Jimmy G, you gonna pay me.
Thank you. That's
right.
If you're gonna
that's fact right there.
Me,
Jimmy G's a game manager at best.
Exactly. If you're gonna make me the focal piece of your offense, I'm getting paid.
You better pay me. You better pay me.
I don't care how mad you get. I don't care what you say. I'm not saying. And listen, again, he had one good season. His rookie year was a good season. He got hurt his second year, and his second year he was projected to make over 1,000 yards. I bet he had this year. So if you want to say one good season, he had one good season and a great season.
Hey, and also, fellas,
they don't get in the playoffs or make the playoff run without him.
I get to the NFC Championship game.
I will say this on my dying breath: without Debo, they don't make the playoffs.
They don't.
And if they do,
they don't.
They barely sneak in the wild card, and they get stopped by whoever they play.
You know why?
And if you know, guys, too, how many players you know that do what he does in last 5-6 years? The way he plays, he's not going to last that long. That's why he wants to get paid.
No way.
Right. Yeah, and he deserves financial security.
Listen, when it comes to
when you're the weapon, when like Jimmy G is like,
you're everything.
Know where to go. Here you go, Debo.
Right. Exactly. Yep.
And already, Rob, we'll be fine without Debo. We can get a wide receiver like Drake London. Again, no receiver in this draft. And listen, I like the receivers in the draft class.
We'll be fine without Debo. We can get a wide receiver and depend on Jimmy G to throw it to him.
Literally everything. Thank you. That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying. If y'all had a legitimate quarterback, we got a whole nother conversation. Y'all don't.
Right.
You got
a quarterback that's going to make a few mistakes here and there in the game.
Right.
So you know what,
you don't have a legitimate quarterback. You got Jimmy Garoppolo, who's middle of the road at best. He's a mid quarterback at best. And then you got Trey Lance, who's so ready that you guys are still going to keep Jimmy Garoppolo, and you guys are still going to pay him all that money just to be a middle of the tier quarterback. That's how ready Trey Lance is. I done told people, don't touch Trey Lance. Nobody wanted to listen to me. Not only did the kid literally take the year off, you're only going off of 6 games with this kid. This is a project. This is a project.
That's what Kyle Shanahan and John Lynch apparently want.
Well, don't worry.
And
it's
now
like
look
the
at
Patriots
him,
are going to take Debo off their hands. So now you're going to get to see how.
No. I don't know. I don't want him to come to Patriots. No.
Why?
I don't like no Boston teams. I don't like no Boston teams. Probably no. I don't like the Celtics, the Red Sox, the Bruins, BU, BC. I don't like none of them. I'm from there, so I'm from here. So
they don't like you either. So they gonna get Debo.
I know they don't. I know
they gonna get Debo in the contract. It's like you look at the camera and say, "Yo, Michael, we hate you, man. I'm here for you." That's it. Let's take Debo over there to spite him.
That's a Patriot thing to do. That's a Patriot thing to do because the Patriots they evaluate good talent, they identify good talent, and they know what they have in players like Debo. So I wouldn't be surprised if they do make that move. That's a Patriot-like thing to do. I can see that happening.
He's a Patriot.
I can't. I'm gonna tell you why. What do the Patriots known for? Paying people less than most players get. He wants $24 million. You think Belichick's gonna pay him $24 million?
Well, you know what I think it is. You know what I literally think it is.
Play John.
Maybe.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Hell no.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
He just paid people what a couple seasons ago when they
not
when
25 million
in the market.
Hey, Bill Belichick want to win again.
But here's the thing. I mean, we might be able to afford him. But here's the thing. I'm pretty sure Debo will be willing to take a little less if he can go to a situation where he has a quarterback. If you can go to a situation where he can just focus on being a wide receiver.
Right. And
if you put him in that situation, I think he'll go, look, let's talk 20. How's 20 a year sound? I think he's willing to do that. But the situation has to be good.
Check this out, fellas. I'm gonna give you reality. Fellas, listen up real quick, please. Where's he from?
I don't know.
Who? Debo?
Debo.
Isn't he from like Texas or something like that?
He from Carolina. Hint, Carolina. He wants to come back home. No, that's part of the basis why he wants to leave. He's from Carolina.
No, he wants to.
He don't like the West Coast anymore.
Why would you go to Carolina? You're trying to run away from Jimmy G, and you're gonna go to what? Sam Darnold? And I love Sam Darnold, but really?
You love Sam Darnold? Really?
You might as well stay in San Francisco.
Listen, at this point, he's trash, but I still love
him. I'm just saying.
I'm still rocking with Sam Darnold.
I'm just saying.
And in San Francisco, you have a better coach than you do over there.
Look, let me tell you something.
Then why does he want to trade? Then why does he want to trade, Judge? Why does he want to trade?
No, he wants to trade. You know why he wants out? Because he's saying if I'm gonna play this style of football that's gonna take years off my football career, then you're gonna give me some compensation for doing so.
Correct.
Yeah, financial security.
Because and don't you think Carolina has the financial security to pay him?
They got a lot of money.
They got the money. No. That's not what you're saying. You're trying to apply that legitimate.
Look, Michael, what I'm saying is I'm not going to leave hell for Hades.
Thank you. I'm not doing that.
I'm just. That's what he's saying, not me.
But he never mentioned Carolina. That's you.
No, you're wrong again, bro. He wants to come back east. And 99 be Carolina, he wants to come back east.
Yeah, hold on. You literally just said he wants to come back home. Where's he from? Carolina. Now it's east.
He is going east. He's going to New England.
He better not.
Look, I don't know where he's going. God bless him.
He said east.
I like Debo with Mac Jones. I like it.
No, I don't. Not at all. Not at all.
Good. I don't care. Matter of fact, Tom Brady could have came back. He would have hated it. He would have been like Tom Brady, and he's like Tom Brady.
Where's some other spots he can go? You guys think?
There's plenty. Listen, Seattle.
Yeah.
I mean Seattle.
Yeah.
If
he can come into Chicago.
What about Buffalo?
I do think Chicago is kind of an option. It'll be tricky.
I love it.
What about Miami?
It's gonna be a long, convoluted way.
No, Miami ain't get the money. They got them paying Tyreek Hill.
I will tell you this though.
Right.
If Debo did this 2 weeks ago, Miami doesn't get Tyreek Hill.
You think he would have ended up in Miami if
he would have saturated the market?
If Debo did this 2 weeks ago, he's in Miami. He's in Miami, and Tyreek Hill is probably
worst case scenario. I don't get Tyreek, I get Debo. I'm cool with that.
Worst case scenario? You call that a worst case scenario?
I'm good with that.
I'm just saying.
Tyreek,
in their minds.
Tyreek is the worst case scenario.
But I'm saying I don't have to pay all that money to Tyreek if I can get Debo for cheaper.
Well, we already know San Francisco won't pay him. So he's going to go to a team that can pay him. Carolina can pay him.
But to be honest, Tyreek Hill started all that. Well, no, I would say Devontae.
No, Christian Kirk. Christian Kirk started it.
Exactly.
Like everyone is saying, like it wasn't him. That it was the flood doors Sherwood filled. Christian Kirk opened them bitches up. It was like, hey guys, like no, I'm blaming Christian Kirk for this. I don't care what anyone said. I'm blaming Christian Kirk. Okay,
he's wearing a shirt that say Christian Kirk got paid.
Bro,
now hey, Debo makes what, $4 million a year now? $4 million?
Yeah, that's horrible.
$4 million?
Yeah, he sold his rookie deal, I think.
That's horrible.
And he can go compare his numbers to the other guys who are making 30, 25, 24, 23, because he's already done that. He wants his money because what he does, his lifespan, football span is not going to be very long. So he wants to get paid.
Yeah.
And who can pay him? Carolina. I'm trying to tell you. Y'all doing it? All right.
We'll see, Con, man. We'll see what happens in the coming days.
But he's not going to want to go to Carolina because, sure, he.
Are you done? Hey, wherever the money's at.
Unless you talk about
wherever the money's at, he might just end up there.
No, he's not going to want to go to Carolina. Why would you want to go to Carolina?
It's like being in San Francisco.
When you literally just said you don't want to be a wide back anymore. You go to Carolina, you're going to have to be a wide back. You got no choice.
Yeah, they're gonna depend on you to do almost everything.
On literally everything
like he did in San Francisco.
Don't they have another guy? Don't they have another guy that carries a lot of offensive load?
Robbie Anderson ain't shit. I will say that to my.
I'm not talking about him.
Christian McCaffrey
can't stay healthy.
Right.
At all.
So that's
my
another
point.
one.
But if he does come back healthy,
think
about it.
If he does come back healthy, he's gonna go back out again most likely. Because
guess what?
That proves my point even more because you got someone who's going to get hurt. That's why he wants to get paid.
Right? Yeah, no. See, I see what you do. You make a point, and then you switch it 5 minutes in. Then you switch it again. So then you can say,
how did I switch it?
No,
he wants to get paid.
He's saying that he's going to get paid.
You're trying to say, oh, yeah, he's going to get paid. That's what I'm telling you. No, that's not what you said. You said him going to Carolina is a reality. That's what you said.
I said he wants to come east. I just said he's from Carolina. That's what I said.
Jonathan, didn't he say he wants to come home to Carolina?
Mm-hmm.
He wants to come east. I just said Carolina.
No,
I
you
said
said he wants to come home. Now, first you said he want to come home.
See, yes, come home. And he said, where's he from? Carolina. He said, yep, he's going to come to Carolina because Carolina can pay him. That's
knowing Matt Rule, right? The coach that's over there, he's going to use him the same way.
Carolina's a mess.
Kyle
All right. If he goes to Carolina, Pride, you owe me lunch. If he goes to Carolina, there's going to be problems. You owe me nothing.
I don't owe you nothing. I'm not going to owe you a thing, bro.
Oh, man.
I will buy you a chain.
I don't wear chains, bro.
I will buy you a liver.
Buy him a bike.
I'll buy you something expensive. I'll buy you a heart. Okay, I'll go in the black market. I'll buy you something crazy. He's not going to Carolina.
Said I'll buy you a liver.
I may need to have to deal with Pride. I might need a new liver.
He's not. I'm telling you right now. He's not going. If you don't want a liver, I'll buy you a whole foot.
Hey.
What do you want?
Let me tell you this.
He's not going to Carolina.
I know we're not going to end this show without talking about my boy DeMar DeChosen.
No, we are. I promise you, we are. We're gonna talk about him. But all I'm saying, but he's not gonna go to Carolina. Because why would you go to Carolina? Because you're gonna literally have to do the same exact thing. If you thought 28 was too much to play for Carolina, my guy gonna need 35. All right, let's get that out there, bro. Because that's
like being in a relationship, and I'm not making fun of these, so I don't want people to take it the wrong way. But that's like being in a relationship where you get physically abused to go into a relationship where you get verbally abused. It's like it's abuse.
Like
either
that's
way.
The equivalent. That is literally the equivalent of leaving a female you're with that's a porn star to swapping over to a prostitute. The downgrade is immense, and it's not worth it.
You don't mess down, you mess up.
That's what I'm saying.
And I hear what you're all saying, but I'm just telling you what he said. He's not happy in San Francisco.
But I never heard him say
he's not going to be happy in Carolina, though. He's going to be even happy in Carolina.
I think part of it is he wants to get paid, but he also wants to go somewhere where he can contend.
He wants to try to get the best of both worlds, which is what I'm saying. He's going to have no choice but to bring that price down to about.
What about Baltimore?
Oh, okay. Hey.
Okay. I can see the Ravens.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just saying East. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know about Baltimore because
that would be special though to see him and Lamar Jackson together
with Hollywood.
Oh yeah, no, it would be special because Debo is a special blocker. He is a very special blocker. The fuck?
And also,
no, I'm just saying.
Who else they make
combination of you don't like that Wildcat that they can run would be amazing.
Yep.
And you know who else they're gonna get, fellas?
It'll be amazing.
Maybe. Hey, y'all. Check this out.
They not getting Honey Badger. They not getting Honey Badger.
No. Antonio Brown.
Ain't nobody picking up Antonio Brown.
You don't think so?
Floyd said? No,
I don't know.
Do you really trust Floyd? Do you really trust Floyd? I love Floyd Mayweather, but according to Jake Paul, he still ain't got paid yet. So
okay, but Jake Paul's a moron. Jake Paul's a moron because literally after the fight, he said, "I'm enjoying this Floyd." Logan said, "I'm enjoying this Floyd Mayweather money." So I don't know.
Yeah, Logan Paul, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, he's an
Paul.
idiot. They're both idiots. Like he said that he's enjoying the money. Now he didn't get paid. Make up your mind. I don't know what
he filed a lawsuit. He's filed a lawsuit saying he ain't got paid yet.
This is gonna be a horrible taste. They're gonna be horrible.
Not to mention Mayweather's about to fight again.
Deshaun had how many
lawsuits?
I
don't know why.
He's about to fight again.
It's an exhibition.
Why not? If I can get $15 million off an exhibition fight,
well, that's a good reason.
This is one thing I respect about Floyd. Him doing all this stuff, he will never tell you it's legit.
No.
He will never say, "Oh yeah, y'all gotta." He will always say, "It's an exhibition. I'm doing this for fun. This is not legit. So if I win, it doesn't."
But he's fighting his sparring partner.
He's doing this. He's doing it all for money and show,
and it's fine
and I'm not mad at him.
And I'm good as long as you let us know. Don't put poo-poo on my plate and tell me it's chocolate fudge. Don't
as
do
if
that
he's
now.
not already rolling in enough dough.
Hey,
I mean, rumor has it he's broke, but I don't know if he's really broke.
Man, come on. Ain't no way in hell he spent all that money.
I mean, no, if you ask Logan Paul, he's poor. If you ask
I don't know how true that was.
You know who called Floyd Mayweather poor? Poor people.
Nah, you know who calls him poor?
No, he's not
Elon
broke.
Musk.
That's for
Elon Musk will call that man poor.
Right,
he's very smart when it comes to investing his money.
See, Floyd is wealthy. Elon Musk has generational money. Like his generations won't go broke.
You know who called him
right?
A broke.
That's true.
50 Cent called him broke because he can't read. Remember that?
Yeah, it don't matter.
Just because you can't read, that doesn't mean you broke.
I might be able to count. Look,
exactly.
Hey, I don't have to know how to read the count.
Oh, you got people who can count for you. Oh, you got people who can count for you, right?
I don't have to be. Hey, look, I don't have to know.
And
how
apparently,
to read
you don't have to be well educated to be rich. So
that's true too.
Look at 80% of your NBA players. I know y'all heard some of them post game interviews. I'll be like,
yeah, right.
Yeah, but you can always get better in your communication skills, though. That can change.
No, Jonathan.
I'm just being real.
You can't always, Jonathan.
I mean, I seen Randy Moss get better. I remember when he used to do some post game interviews, and they used to be like terrible.
And meanwhile, T.O. just be like, so I don't want to hear nothing, bro. Dude sounds like a car that can't start up. I don't want to hear a word.
Hey, it remind me of Ari Spears when he was doing that. He's talking about some athletes be making up their own words. As long as I do what I'm supposed to do.
Yeah, yo.
Hey, nobody worse than Moses Malone, but we won't go there. But hey, they don't get paid to do post.
That's what I'm saying. Floyd Mayweather don't get paid to read, get paid to beat people up.
Hey, I only showed up so I don't get fined.
Facts.
Right. Another one. Here we go. Right.
My man's Marshawn Lynch told people he had a fifth of yak before the game. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, and look how many commercials he's doing now.
That's my guy.
He still can't read, bro.
Hey, Marshawn Lynch keeps it 100.
Hey, is it true that the LaMelo Ball rolled up a blunt before the game?
Yeah, he did. He smoked it on camera.
Yeah. I didn't see that. Ooh, what?
Yep.
Ooh, I didn't know anything about that.
No, bro, you didn't know? Yeah, LaMelo Ball smoked a blunt, and meanwhile the Hawks were smoking a Charlotte pack. True story, bro. That's what's
true
going on,
story.
Bro.
But I'm not gonna crucify him for that. LeBron James walked in with a cigar in his mouth.
That's a cigar.
It was J.R. Smith who said most of the players
What's worse,
in the NBA
tobacco or marijuana?
Were lighting it up and getting high.
They're both legal now.
The only one I can remember like that was my boy.
I don't know. I know in Chicago is legal.
And Michael Jordan
in Chicago is legal to live your life. You know what I mean? In that case, Chicago, hey yo, roll up, homie, live your life.
And it's legal in New York too, and we know how hard New York is.
Yo.
Hey, what's my boy, the linebacker from the Giants back in the day?
Lawrence Taylor? No.
Yeah, he did cocaine before the game. I knew about that stuff.
I remember.
Lawrence Taylor, yeah.
I mean, back in the 80s, it was a bunch of cokeheads.
He had his issues off the field, you know.
Scarface had
a few times.
Scarface, hey, that's what I'm talking. Hey, Frankie, my boy.
My boy. But hold on, because Rob, you want to talk about DeMar
the chosen.
Dropped a cool casual 41 points.
Just cool. Another day in the office.
Just chill. Listen, I done told people, and I said it in the chat when they were down. When the Chicago, I said, hey, yo, Bulls in 6. I had people laugh at me. Jason, who's been ducking me since, he laughed at me. Oh, McLovin, Jay McLovin. And they won, and I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing. I done told people it's a possibility. Robert, even though you abandoned your team, I had more faith in your team than you did.
I didn't abandon them.
I
just didn't want them to get swept.
Go ahead, say your thing. Speak your piece.
I didn't want them to get swept because, hey, Milwaukee they are the defending champions. I know the Bulls have had injury problems. They went into the series without Lonzo Ball. We didn't know how healthy Zach LaVine was. We didn't know how healthy Alex Caruso was. But they have shown up. They honestly should be up 2-0 right now, if you want my honest opinion. I feel like the refs took that game 1 from them, but the Bulls also did some silly mistakes in game 1 that they corrected in game 2. They came out hot. They came out shooting better. Like DeMar DeRozan said, he looked at most of his shots and was like, I can make these shots. And now you look at him coming out, he's stepping up in Giannis' face. I'm just, hey, you know I'm smiling as soon as you mentioned DeMar the Chosen One because he showed up. But you know what? My X factor in that game was Alex Caruso.
Yes.
The way that he played defense, the way that he was able to make the ball. I mean, he made life tough on Giannis. How many guys you know at his size is going to stand there in the belly of the beast when Giannis is coming straight down the court right in your face? Alex Caruso showed you why he has the heart of a champion. He showed why LeBron James was so mad that the Lakers organization let him go. I'm telling you right now, Alex Caruso showed up, baby. I like the Bulls' chances now, especially, not wishing injury on anybody. I hope Chris Middleton is able to get healthy, but them losing Chris Middleton, losing their closer, it's going to be tough now for the Milwaukee Bucks against this Bulls team.
And if your boy, Patrick Williams comes through, it's going to be a
you know what? Patrick Williams has actually been out there playing some great defense. I mean, it's hard to stop a guy like Giannis, especially when he's determined to get to the rim. I mean, he's just an offensive rebound machine. And Brook Lopez got off a little bit more than I wanted him to yesterday.
Yeah.
The way he's able to stretch the floor. Milwaukee's a tough team. You still got Drew Holiday there, who I feel is their X factor, and he's able to, jump off DeMar, jump on Zach LaVine. They were able to slow LaVine down a little bit. My thing is, if LaVine and DeMar is able to get going at the same time, watch out.
Y'all beat. I'm telling you, bro. Y'all beat 100. They beat 110%. By the way, Greg is still mad about this. By the way, he went to the Super Bowl because he had to carry the load offensively. Without Debo on that offense, you guys ain't doing nothing. So, but again, without Debo, let me know if y'all making a Super Bowl.
I'm just saying, Yuki, I love the fact that you got love for your team. But are you really saying Jimmy G's that guy?
No.
Because that's what you're telling me. That Jimmy G's that guy.
And if it's not Jimmy G, then you're telling me.
Let me tell y'all this: the folks in the Bay Area are just as delusional as the fans here in Southern California. I'll just say that it's a California thing. Being here, born and raised, it's a California thing.
Jonathan, because let me explain this off to you.
Right, man. Let's get back to DeMar.
But
hey,
1-1. Do you give Chicago any chance to win this series?
They played like they did last night. They could make it interesting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they're gonna be competitive. I'm still gonna ride with the Bucks. It's gonna be competitive though.
Rob,
I'm gonna ride with the defending champs too. I can't bet.
I'm riding with the Bulls.
Now.
Of course, we know that.
I don't care.
I know that.
All right. Hey, that's fair. I'll give it to you.
Now.
Yeah,
now he's right.
Yes,
now you're okay.
Now.
I had more.
I never not ride with the Bulls. I was gonna ride with them to the end. I'm just gonna speak facts, bro. I'm not gonna sit up here and be delusional and say I want the Bulls to win.
Like me,
but I wasn't gonna be delusional and be like, man, they about to come out here and murder the Bucks. Just it wasn't gonna happen. If the Bucks stay healthy, the Bucks probably win the series. I'm just being real. They're defending champions. And the Bulls are not completely healthy.
Yeah, they're not completely healthy, and look what they did game 2. So I'm.
But you also lose Chris Middleton. What, the third quarter? That's what I'm saying. So now it's kind of even playing field. I was about to say we lost a player.
To be honest,
so that's all I'm saying. But let's just be real. You look at game 1 and the way that they started off, like that was almost a tall tale sign that Milwaukee is just better than Chicago.
No,
it's nothing against them.
No,
it's nothing against the Bulls.
No, it's because your big three had a horrible shooting night collectively, which is rare that happens.
They did.
That's I can't remember who I was talking to about this. I was talking to somebody. It might have been you. For the year, DeMar shoots 56% from the field.
Yeah.
Right? 56% from the field.
Yeah.
He shot like 30-something%.
Yeah.
If you just move him up to 43%, not even what he does on average. But you also got to give them Bulls win.
But you got to give Milwaukee the respect of the defense that they play.
I don't know, man, because he was
Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton play some great defense.
I don't know about that one, Chief, because there was a lot of wide open shots that he bricked.
That he hit
a lot of wide open threes he bricked.
But Vucevic, man, you know what? He played last night.
I was watching the game and I was like, all right, Vuce, like third quarter, he's still yakking him up. And I'm like, all right, Vuce, relax, homie. Like,
you know what? Vucevic played well last night, but I still got a lot of questions about Vuce, man.
Hey, Vaughn, man. What do you think about I pronounce his name wrong every time. Ayo and Tristan. They both only got 7 minutes.
Yeah, but you know the playoffs things are gonna happen like that. Ayo played great.
Like Price said, they
you're gonna shorten the roster.
Go to an 8-man rotation. I understand that, but
and Tristan, but the minutes that Tristan did come in and play, he played some significant minutes.
Right.
He came in, got a couple offensive rebounds, was able to just be another body in front of Giannis because Giannis can't move Tristan out the way he moves Vucevic and them out the way. He's a lot stronger than what a lot of people give him credit for. Mm-hmm. Not to mention Tristan also has championship experience. He's played with LeBron James. He knows he's been to the mountaintop. So it's a different feeling with and Tristan, I don't believe, has an ego. He knew what he was brought to the Bulls for, to be another big body. So, and with Ayo's just a rookie. Right now, Ayo should be licking at the chops, sucking up all the knowledge he can, and realize that his time will come. I like Ayo. Ayo is going to be one of those players that's going to be a problem in the future. Right now, he just needs to sit down and watch and get in when he can and stay ready.
I feel you. I just asked. I feel you.
Yeah. No, I like Ayo though. Ayo, man, Morgan Park guy. You know what I'm saying? I love Ayo, man. Ayo got some game to him, you know, but he's not one of those standout rookies, you know. He's gonna be one of those players that's gonna have to work for everything he gets.
Yeah.
As long as he's willing to put the work in, the sky's the limit for
him. Okay. Just real quick because there's one last topic I want to get into with you guys.
Go ahead.
But before we do that, today's games, it's going to be the Grizzlies and Timberwolves, Mavericks and Jazz playing Game 3, and Golden State playing the.
I think Luka's coming back, right?
That's the rumor. That's the rumor. He's been upgraded to questionable, so they want him to, but basically they're gonna do his pre-workout stuff, like his pre-game workout, see how he is, and then if he's in essence not complaining or not grimacing, they'll let him play.
Can I say this without sounding too bad?
Yeah, it's gonna sound bad regardless, but go ahead.
I think Dallas can beat Utah without Luka.
I think so too. I was gonna actually say that, and I was gonna actually bring up the fact: was it rather an overreaction for me to say that? But
I will say,
I just think that I think you can keep Luka on the sideline right now and let him rest.
Because you don't want to mess up what Dallas has going on.
Well, here's what I think. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do think they could. However, we need to be consistent. Because we all said here that the Grizzlies can win without Ja, but that doesn't mean that you gotta sit him. That if he can play, you put him out there.
Yep.
But I don't think the Grizzlies could beat the Timberwolves without Ja.
He's got to be on the floor.
Utah, I have no faith in Utah at all.
No, 100%. I'm with you there. I've said this before. I've gotten dudes triggered. I made a grown man cry because I said that Utah Jazz and Miami Heat are the same thing this year.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw.
Yeah,
Freddie,
I made a grown
Freddie
man
had
cry.
to check somebody in the comments,
bro. Freddie, I made a grown man cry. I didn't realize that.
You know what the Utah Jazz remind me of? You remember those 25-cent bag of chips, and you used to buy them from the store, and you used to get the bag, and they were so plump.
Yep.
And you was like, "Oh, I got a lot of chips. And then as soon as you open them up, you realize you got like 3 chips.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the Utah Jazz.
Oh, that's a great comparison. I like that.
That's good. I'm gonna have to use that one.
The Utah Jazz, they disappoint you every year. So
every single year. I don't
care if they have Donovan Mitchell. I don't care if they have Michael Conley. I don't care if they have Rudy Gobert, whoever it is.
Jordan Clarkson, it doesn't matter.
Jordan Clarkson, it doesn't matter. They disappoint you every year. They let you down every year. And those Utah fans, man, they got to be going like, wow, this is every year. We're going to believe, but we know in the end, we're not going very far.
And with Utah,
all right, so do they blow everything up? Does Utah blow everything up?
Well,
no, they're gonna keep Donovan. They're gonna do everything in their power to keep Donovan.
Oh, probably not, because you know what's gonna take Rudy. You're gonna get more for Donovan. So it depends on really what you're trying to do.
Because Rudy Gobert's trash. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna call him trash,
protector, though. I'll give him that.
No, he's a great rim protector.
You know,
outside of that, he's just there.
Outside of that, he can't really score. He doesn't really intimidate you.
But and that's what I'm saying. No, even if you're gonna be just a rim protector, if you're gonna be great at one thing, you have to be great at that one thing. Like Rudy Gobert is like, he doesn't scare you. Like, of course, you're gonna think about it because he's tall, but he's not somebody that you like. Ja or try to dunk him. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like
Ja different though. Ja different. Ja different.
That hyper athleticism.
No. Yeah,
that's rare to find in the game
you could get Giannis and have Giannis sit on Rudy Gobert's shoulders.
Ja going for it.
And Ja will still try to go up on him.
He going for it.
Yeah,
and you know what though?
different.
Ja cracked me up playing that Michael Jordan video with him holding the baseball bat.
Bless his heart.
Hey, but he backed it up though.
Bless his heart.
He backed it up though. But I will, Ja different though. But
I will say this. I have no faith in the Utah Jazz.
I don't. That's why
let's say they get past the Mavericks.
Want to bring Luka back? Yeah.
Let's say they get. Well, I would.
Only reason I would is just to get Luka reps.
That's what I'm saying. I'm getting him reps because if we don't need him this series,
you definitely
need him next series.
Yes, Lord.
We gonna need him next series no matter who we play. I'm gonna tell you this right now. Let's say the Jazz get through the Mavericks. They get slapped. Doesn't matter. Who cares? Let's be legitimate. Who cares?
Yeah. I agree.
So
I don't have faith in the Jazz at all.
And I'm gonna
I have a little bit more faith in the Timberwolves than the Jazz.
To be honest, and you want to know why I don't have faith in the Jazz? This is another situation of the Portland Trailblazers, and Donovan Mitchell is a Damian Lillard who has the balls to say, "I'm getting out of here."
Yeah,
they're going to war with the same stuff over and 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 over.
Like you don't make.
He better go now. You want to be like
you don't try to make any adjustments to the team. Like what do we need? Like as a general manager, I would have made changes at least 2-3 years ago. Like if I'm gonna give Donovan Mitchell a max contract, I'm gonna try to build around you.
Right. What can we do better to build around?
And you bring in a Mike Conley who. Let's just be real. You ain't got it no more, bro. You ain't got it no more. This is not Mike Conley from Memphis.
Dwayne Wade has a say. Maybe Dwayne Wade can step up.
Dwayne Wade is a minority owner. He's just a face. He's just a face.
Well, hold on. To Michael's point, even though he's just a face, he's a prominent face. This is a guy, D Wade, that they sometimes be having on TNT and whatnot. This is a dude who, like, he you know what I mean? Like, you can't really just brush D Wade under the rug. If he was just some minority owner, like in a group where you can just be like, whatever, who cares? That's one thing. But D Wade, though, I don't know.
What is he going to contribute?
Brush him under the rug like that.
Is he going to become a scout now? Is he going to go out here and scout town?
Good point.
Scout? I don't know if he's going to scout, but he's going to know. He's going to have some impact. Don't you think he's going to have? Don't you think why would he become a minority owner if he didn't have no impact?
So he can make some money. So he can make some money.
He can make money in the other NBA team.
Yeah, but Utah was the one that
it doesn't matter. It's a smart business move, regardless.
He could do it in Miami.
No, he wasn't. If he would have
did
it in Miami, then he would have.
No, I don't think he could have, because he wanted to do Miami, and Miami didn't work out.
That's what I'm saying. If it's not about what you want to do, it's about who's going to allow you to do it.
And remember, he went to Miami. No, and then where did he go after? The Chicago Bulls.
Look at Shaq. You would think he would have stake in the Lakers or in the
Orlando.
He's in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Michael Jordan is the majority owner of Charlotte, even though that's where he's from. But you would think Chicago.
Right. And Shaq was called the Sacramento Kings and Sacramento Queens.
That's what I'm saying. You don't do what you want to do. You do what you can do.
Right. You know what I mean? And like
I feel you. I feel you.
I
feel you.
It's all about business, man. It's all about business.
So today, Grizzlies, Warriors, who y'all got? I'm gonna start with you, Jonathan.
Warriors. I'm sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
Grizzlies, I like how Memphis.
I'm sorry.
I like how Memphis played in game 2. I like how they responded. I'm gonna stay with Memphis. I'm gonna stay with Memphis. I feel like they had a feel, Minnesota out in game 1. They got a feel for them. They made those adjustments necessary in game 2. They're well coached by Taylor Jenkins. Ja is gonna do his thing. He's an electrifying player. He's gonna get his points. So I'm going with Memphis to win this game, even though I like what Minnesota has done. They look nice too, but I still gotta give the slight edge to Memphis.
Rob, you agree?
I'm going Memphis. I think Memphis has got that piece of humble pie that they needed in game 1. I think they came out thinking we Memphis, they're going to be scared. Minnesota showed that they wasn't, and Memphis realized, okay, we got to really play these boys. I think Memphis is going to do what they did in game 2. Everybody's going to touch the ball. Everybody's going to feel a part of the team. Taylor Jenkins now has opened up the roster. He said, hey, I'll go 12-man deep if I have to. We're going to beat you in waves, and that's what Memphis is going to do. That's what's made them successful. I think Memphis continues that momentum in game 3.
Okay. Michael, you agree?
Hell no. Absolutely not.
That's what I'm talking about, Mike.
Okay.
Hear me out first, fellas. When you go to opposing teams' arena, the first 2 games, what is your objective? To win 2, but you want to get 1. That gives you the confidence. Yeah. Number 2, what did we say? Cat played terrible, played horrendous. I think he's going to come out of his, tonight. I'm going with the Minnesota Timberwolves tonight. I think Grizzlies going to win the series, but I'm going with Minnesota tonight.
Mm-hmm. All right, I'm going Memphis.
Memphis
3-1?
3 against 1.
Well, I was saying Memphis was going to sweep, and then when the Timberwolves won, I was like, yeah, it went from 4-0 to 4-1. Congratulations.
Gentleman's sweep. Went from regular sweep to gentleman's sweep.
Exactly. You know what I mean? To me, the only concern I had was game 1, because I was wondering, this is the first time these young guys on Memphis have had any type of legitimate expectations on them. So it was like, are you going to come out lackadaisical and get punched in your mouth, or are you going to come out hungry? They came out lackadaisical, got punched in the mouth. They said whatever. They spit out their teeth, had some blood, shrugged their shoulders. They decided to take themselves up, and they smacked the dog shit out of them game 2. I expect nothing. I expect the same game 3. Game 3, 4, and 5, and then we could have just Patrick Beverly crying again That would make my life. Next game, I think we all agree here. Mavs over Jazz, right?
Yeah, we don't even have to go. Mavs.
Yeah. We don't even have to discuss that. I think
Mavs
Jalen Johnson continues to do what he's been doing. Maxi Kleber has been phenomenal. I think Dallas keeps it going.
And I think Spencer Dinwiddie is going to step up now. I love Spencer. So I think right now just enough. Yeah.
All of us got Mavs up?
Yes, sir.
Double thumbs. What about you, Mike? You going Mavs?
Oh, yeah, correct. And also, fellas, when I came on, I don't know, a month ago, I told y'all about Brunson. Jalen Brunson is a beast. He's going up on a contract year. He's not going to get 41 again. But, I mean, he's real.
I think he should get 20.
He can do that. He can do that.
He can do.
Yeah, I'm going.
Against Utah, he could almost do anything impossible.
I mean, that man put up 41, man. I mean,
he's coming through. Like I told you, he's coming. He's all right.
I like Brunson. If I'm Luka, I'm actually looking at this team like, okay, I'm ready.
So last game, Warriors Nuggets.
Sweet.
You said sweet. I was thinking sweet, but you know what? I'm gonna be a cornball. I think Nuggets take this one. I think Nuggets go down to 5. That's just kind of me hoping because I don't want Jokic to get swept.
Yeah,
I don't. So
what is Jokic versus the Warriors?
It's basically
that's why I say Jokic. I don't care about the Nuggets. That's why I say Jokic.
It's 5-on-1.
I feel so bad for Jokic because
I do too. Because if he had Jamal Murray and Michael Porter Jr.,
this would be a series. I would still choose the Warriors, but
it would be a series though.
That'll go to 7.
That's what I'm saying.
That'll go to 7.
But
can you imagine Steph Curry and Jamal Murray going back and forth?
Forget that. I'm here to see Jordan Poole and Jamal Murray going back and forth.
Yeah, I think tonight the Warriors keep the train moving. I like what Jordan Poole has done. He's peaked at the right time in this series.
True.
Finally has morphed into one of those, phenomenal players on their team. And then I like, of course, Steph Curry. Can never bet against him. Klay Thompson doing his thing. Mm-hmm. I like this Warriors team. I think they win tonight.
Okay.
Fellas, I love watching the NBA games.
The line of the night.
I got no Warriors. I wish I could try to be a devil's advocate, but it ain't gonna work on this one. Warriors on fire. I can't even come up with nothing. I feel bad for the Joker. He got no help.
I'm only picking Nuggets because I'm just hoping Jokic doesn't get swept.
Yeah, I'm with
Reggie Miller.
Even if he does, he still gets MVP because it's what he's done in the regular season.
But there's people going to use it against him.
He dragged that team to the playoffs without two.
Honestly, you can't use this against him.
Right.
The fact that you see is Jokic versus the world would further amplify what he has done to bring this team to the playoffs. But like Reggie Miller said, he had the line of the night. The Splash Brothers has bought their own pool to the party.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm just letting you know, we are looking at the third Splash Brother in Jordan Poole.
Right, right. But what Jokic has done, it further solidifies his MVP case.
It's amazing. Like it even opened my eyes. I'm like, snap.
Right.
Like Joker really is by himself.
Yes.
And he's doing everything he can, to put that team on his back. He's doing some heavy lifting. Unfortunately, it's not enough.
And the refs are letting them play physical. They're letting Draymond get physical with Joker. And they realize that he's getting frustrated and he has nobody else to go to. He like Kevin Hart on that stand-up. He turned around and looked at his team and said, "Help me."
Right?
Help
They have no perimeter shooting at all. They have no perimeter shooting at all.
Do you think they try to bring Jamal Murray back at least once in the series?
If they win game 3 and it's 2-1, I think they'll consider it.
Right.
Once you go down 3-0,
once
you go down 3-0, I wouldn't even risk it because there's no point.
Just bring it back next season.
Yeah, right. I wouldn't. Last thing I want to talk to you guys about because I know we're gonna be running a little over.
Unless it was against the Clippers, because the Clippers would choke on Nuggets.
I like that. I like that. I'm gonna use that one. I'm gonna use that one.
So this is the last thing I want to talk to y'all about because
I like that.
A while ago,
Yeah.
DeMarcus Cousins, they asked him, "Hey, do you think he should be in the Hall of Fame?" He said, his response was, "Vlade Divac is in the Hall of Fame." That's my answer.
But Vlade Divac is a champion.
Right. So the implication was that since Vladdy's in the Hall of Fame, he should be in it. He then said that he would want his jersey retired, his number retired by Sacramento.
He's asking for
no, he deserved that.
God bless him.
No, he deserved that. I don't think Hall of Fame.
I was about to ask, do you think he's a Hall of Famer?
No.
And do you think his number should get retired by Sacramento?
Yes.
You think yes to Sacramento?
Yes. Yes. He made Sacramento relevant.
They were still
not
relevant
too relevant.
There.
Not too relevant, but you
Jonathan,
knew,
Jonathan.
I'm laughing at Pride's reaction.
Jonathan.
Look,
Jonathan.
Hear me out, Pride. Hear me out, Pride. Hear me out, Pride. Hear me out, Pride. Hear me out, Pride.
Retired. Like, I don't know what much he's done
let's look
for
at
that
his
team.
numbers. Let's look at his numbers.
Yo,
that
Jonathan,
team has sucked for years, and they haven't even gotten to the playoffs. I don't know how many years it's been already. I think
I'm going for his number. They retire everybody else's numbers.
I was entering this conversation with an open mind. The instant Rob said he made them relevant, not only should he not be in the Hall of Fame, not only should he not have his number retired, we need to scrub him from basketball history. This man never existed.
And why did he compare himself to Vlade Divac?
Well, because his thing was that he was basically trying to go from like the stats point of view. Oh, that his stats are better than Vladdy's. And if Vladdy's in the Hall of Fame, he should be in. That was that's the argument he tried to make.
Vladdy's a champion. He's also done it with a few teams, but not as many as DeMarcus Cousins, because DeMarcus Cousins is kind of a journeyman now. He's bounced around from team to team. And yeah, no, that's crazy.
No, I'm not gonna play my guy like that, man. First of all, they didn't really give him anything to play with in Sacramento at all. He was like the most relevant piece on that team.
And injuries derailed his career kind of as well. So,
man, if you look at some of his, I'm looking at his stats right now, man. If you look at his earlier years, bro, DeMarcus Cousins was a monster, bro, and considered one of the best big men in the league at that time. DeMarcus Cousins deserved to have his number retired. I'm not saying Hall of Famer. He didn't do anything significant to be in the Hall of Fame, but what he did for the Sacramento, and we're talking about just what you've done for a franchise.
The boogeyman.
He deserves it. Who else you gonna retire in Sacramento?
Nobody.
Weber.
That's what I'm saying. He gets it by default.
Chris Webber.
Chris Webber don't deserve it.
Why?
Because jersey retired by Sacramento.
Yeah, why?
I'm saying look at his numbers.
Why?
Why?
How come for a long time he was the centerpiece of that franchise?
A centerpiece who could hardly play.
Mike Bibby, Paisley.
Look up his numbers.
And this is coming from a Laker fan who used to have a Laker fan who used to see all them Lakers and Kings
dude
battles
stepped on the court. It was MIA. The fuck?
Well, to answer your question,
anybody's jersey now, huh?
No, you got a point. Hey, I'm about to ask you my jersey retired.
No, I didn't hear you. I'm trying to make
I'm about to go to Boston and be like, yo, retire my jersey, yo. Retire.
I'm
gonna do this and say,
how long did Chris Webber play at Sacramento?
Acknowledge me.
I'm not gonna say acknowledgement. I'm gonna tell you this right now.
I'm not saying acknowledgement. I'm gonna tell you something right now because I'm old school. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't have my. If Mark Aguirre can't make the Hall of Fame, how the hell is he gonna make the Hall of Fame?
Who, Boogie?
Nah, I'm not saying Boogie should be in the Hall of Fame, but Boogie should have his number retired. That's
I agree with that.
That's the least Sacramento can do for him.
I don't know, but I don't.
That's the least they can do for him.
Here's my thing. If personally in my Hall of Fame, I'm not gonna put him in because I got this Hall of Fame. And I told you this, Rob, before. If I have to hesitate, you're not in the Hall of Fame.
That's facts. That's facts.
Like if I have to take it, first I say LeBron James, you're gonna be like,
yes,
duh. Michael Jordan,
yes.
Are you stupid? Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, go get some help. Like, you see what I'm saying?
You gonna answer him like Craig did on Friday. Yes.
Right.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like with DeMarcus Cousins, like I do see some argument for him. But again, like if I gotta hesitate, if I so much as even need to hear your argument, you're already fighting an uphill battle with me.
If I have to ponder.
But that's for the general public to decide, not him.
If I have to rub my chin.
Correct. If I have to gaze out into the sunset, like you're fighting at a disadvantage with me.
And they have to stop that because I'll be looking at some of their Hall of Fame inductees sometime like, who? But
yeah.
But now Chris Webber does not need his jersey retired though by the Sacramento. No way.
He was a huge part of their success in the early 2000s.
He was there for like what, 5-6 years?
That's long enough to have your jersey retired.
That's long enough to have your jersey retired.
Especially if you keep the team, if you help keep that team relevant.
How many years did Garnett play with Boston?
Who?
Garnett.
And I don't agree with him getting his jersey retired.
I'm just saying, Judge made a point. How many years did he play?
In Boston. I don't agree with that either.
Why?
In Boston? Are you crazy?
Are you crazy?
He helped lead that team to a championship.
He was defensive player of the year in Boston.
I'm gonna put it to you this way. I'm not tripping. I'm not tripping. You just want to retire everyone's jersey. That's all it is. I just want to retire everyone's jersey.
No.
The Celtics don't retire just anyone's jersey. The Celtics don't do that.
Again,
Kevin Garnett was a defensive player of the year.
Take 2 minutes to actually listen, and you wouldn't have said that comment. You want everyone's jersey to be retired. I'm not going to retire a guy's jersey when he like Paul Pierce. I have no problem with it because we drafted him. He came up through us. Like that. Like we need to start looking at that. If a guy comes in here for a cup of coffee, am I going to retire his jersey? LeBron James, are the Lakers going to retire his jersey? Is Miami going to retire his jersey? Because look what he did in Miami.
The Lakers won't retire LeBron James.
Is the Miami going to retire his jersey?
Yes.
And you're stupid.
He brought them a championship.
The Lakers are not going to retire LeBron
doesn't mean they need to retire their jersey. Rondo was on that team that brought the championship.
LeBron hasn't been here long enough to get his jersey retired.
Oh, so now it's long enough. Do better.
But Kevin, because Kevin Garnett was a bigger part of Boston than what LeBron is for the Lakers.
When we got KG, the man wasn't even in his prime anymore, bro.
KG won a championship, though.
He wasn't in his prime. So in 2010, when Boston won a championship, he wasn't in his prime.
It was 08. Come on, brother, do better.
I mean, that's right. We beat him that year. We beat him that year.
No, he wasn't in his prime. He wasn't.
You're right.
He wasn't in his prime. That's why a few years after. And by the way, Jonathan, I'm just messing with you. I'm just being a troll. Don't pay mind to me. No, I'm just trolling. But like, he wasn't in his prime. That's literally why we had to go get Ray Allen. Another guy who wasn't in his prime. That's why we had to relegate him to be a sharpshooter.
That was your first championship in so many years.
And I get that. And I get that. And listen, I understand that. And KG, thank you for bringing it to us. Because we were down bad for a minute. We were down bad back when it was only Paul Pierce and we were under 500 and he was getting frustrated. And he was like, hey, yo, if y'all don't do something for me, I'm going to have to get up out of here. I remember that. I get it. Right, and I'm appreciative of it, but I'm not going to retire your jersey for a ring because if that's the route you're going, then in 3 years the Lakers got to retire AD's jersey because he got y'all a ring.
Nah, hell no.
It's more. But that's the argument you're giving me to retire KG's jersey. That's the argument you're giving me.
It's more acceptable to retire his jersey in Minnesota because that's where.
That I have no problem. That's right there. After he led them to the number one seed, I have no problem.
But I think it was just more. It was more than him just getting in the ring. It was the defensive presence he brought there. He was defensive player of the year in Boston.
Right.
Like I'm not just talking about just ring. He got some serious accolades in Boston.
And without him, Boston doesn't win.
And without him, they don't win.
They don't win.
I'm not going to retire your jersey if you came here for a cup of coffee.
All right, Pride. Let me hit you with this one, fellas.
We gotta be honest. We gotta be honest about this because at this point we're retiring everybody's jersey. At this point,
no, I think
my point. Okay,
how significant were you?
Does Paul Pierce have his number retired?
Yeah,
Paul Pierce.
Yeah.
I want
to
say
don't,
yes.
He will.
Yeah.
No, I don't think. Yeah, I think he does.
Him. Y'all listen to my point. Kevin Garnett just got his jersey retired, correct?
Yeah, I think.
What do you think's going to happen to Ray Allen?
Probably the same thing, and I disagree.
Yeah, exactly.
What is your point? You didn't make a point.
You're saying whether or not they deserve to have their jersey retired.
I disagree with you. You said that's your point.
If Garnett had his jersey retired, don't you think Ray Allen's going to have his retired?
I just said he is, and I disagree with you.
Yeah, because he was part of that Celtics big three.
He deserves
That's the only point I'm making. I'm only making that point.
Ray Allen broke the 3-point record in a Celtics jersey.
Right.
That's all I'm making.
Not in Seattle, not with the Milwaukee Bucks, but in Boston.
I don't want to hear any of that stuff because guess what? If instead of coming to Boston, he went to the Nets, and if instead of the Nets, he went to the Knicks, he's breaking that record. So don't give me no poo-poo just because he broke that record.
And not just won the championship,
Raptors,
they beat their biggest rival in 2008 in the Los Angeles Lakers.
And then what happened in the rematch?
They lost.
So
because
do me a
Kobe
favor and
righted
pump
the
the brakes
shit
with that stuff, bro.
Kobe righted the shit.
Y'all just want to retire everyone. Listen, KG's a great player, great all-time great player, top 50 player in my opinion. No debate. Same thing with Paul Pierce, top 50 player. Ray Allen.
I'm not retiring LeBron's here.
Pride.
In LA.
Let me just tell you, yeah, I will. Yes, he is.
Hold on, but tell me, Jonathan, how can you say that and say you're not going to retire LeBron James' jersey?
LeBron is going to get his jersey retired
and then in the
Cleveland,
same breath,
Miami, and LA. I'm telling you right now.
Hold on, Rob, because I want to touch on that. I want to touch on that. How can you sit there and say you don't want LeBron James' jersey to be retired in LA?
Because he won't be here long enough.
Yet you're...
Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
Thank you! Like, at some point, man, William, Jonathan, when you give me time, I'm going to call you William. I'm already go by Jonathan.
I'm
being
go by your government. I'm being consistent.
Like, bro.
I don't think it comes down to me. This is just my opinion. To how long you were there.
Really,
how long you were there. I think it matters your significance while you were there.
But my thing is, like, because here's my thing. If you're somewhere for like the only way I would say, all right, fine, whatever, is if let's say you're somewhere for like 6 years and you built a dynasty where you win like of those 6 years, like 4 rings, then all right, you got something.
Okay, so
then all right, sure, maybe I'll hear you out.
Played with the Spurs for years. Does he get his jersey retired because he was there longer than everybody? That's all I'm saying, bro. It's a people who's played for franchises for years.
So Harrison Barnes, okay, fine. So Harrison Barnes, he wasn't there forever, and he was integral to what Golden State did. Does he get a? Does he
wasn't significant to that level?
No, yes, he was.
He was not.
No, Harrison Barnes was significant to that first ring they won. That first ring they won, he was significant to that first.
He was
forget Harrison Barnes. Y'all forget Harrison Barnes.
So are you going to retire Mike Miller?
Are you going to retire
Mike Miller's jersey too in Miami then? If that's the case, because Mike Miller was huge for LeBron when they won that, I believe it was his first championship in Miami.
It comes down to the eye of the beholder. Whoever makes the determination decisions, they're going to choose whoever they feel deserves it. We can argue, we can debate, but if
comes
the
down
team,
to
the ownership, it's up to them.
Yep. At the end of the day,
and they feel that KG
jersey retired.
They felt like KG should have got his jersey retired.
Let's see. Who else was
Tom gonna get his retired in Tampa Bay?
Oh, without question. Without question.
Oh yeah,
and I disagree with that.
And after what he did in one season alone,
I disagree with that.
Taking that team to the Super Bowl in one season there,
and I disagree with that. And I'm a Tom Brady fanboy.
But see, it's about significance. Michael Jordan went to the Wizards, and they not gonna retire his jersey.
Nope.
And why is that?
Because he did nothing with the Wizards.
He was just part owner. Other than that,
and he was there for such a short time too.
So now time matters.
Not
now
me.
Time matters.
I said significance. I'm keeping the same energy,
bro.
I'm keeping the same.
Y'all about to have me say the N-word real quick, bro. That's how tight y'all getting me. Y'all getting me hot right now, bro. Y'all getting me hot. I'm about to start sweating, bro. I'm about to start sweating, bro. All right, I'm about to lose weight with you, bro. Y'all stressing me out right now, bro. Jonathan, you're gonna make me be skinny, man.
I'm gonna make you lose your mind.
No. Pride changed it. He said, "Y'all gonna make me lose some weight up in here."
Tell him.
I'm gonna make you act a fool.
You act a fool.
Tell him, Judge.
I'm gonna make you lose your cool up in here.
Hey, but all jokes aside, though, man, I appreciate the ASAP family for all the prayers and well wishes, man. While I was in the hospital battling pneumonia.
Oh, I didn't know that, bro.
Yeah,
Glad you're
man.
well.
I was down
Glad
bad,
you're back,
man. But I'm back. I miss doing this. This brings me much pleasure in the morning, man.
It does. I love it. We're glad.
That's what the
Same
point
here.
of
I
this
love
is
it
for.
too. I wish I could be on more in the morning, so I'm on break this week, so I can do it.
You just had to go get a job. Imagine. I'm such a clown. Don't pay by to me, Jonathan. I'm a clown, bro. Don't listen.
Hey, look at me. I'm talking to you live from the merchandise mart, baby. So you
like, what it do, baby? What they do, baby? Damn, I need a job like Rob's, bro. You could just chill out.
Hey, I'm working even while we talking.
And it's crazy because as soon as we finish,
That's smart.
Gonna be like,
nothing wrong with that.
As soon as we finish, Rob's gonna be like, all right, let me go do all this work that I've been procrastinating on.
I ain't procrastinating. Look, while we've been talking, we see them camera goes off. That's me answering the email of 5.
You're like, hey, Melinda in accounting. It's Robert. Winky face. I just. Nah, I'm kidding. Rob got a beautiful girl. Nah, I just. Let me not get Rob in trouble, bro. Let me not get Rob in trouble.
My baby, baby know where I'm at. Baby girl know.
Good. I'm glad because I don't want to.
We got trust in this relationship.
Good. My girl don't trust me because last time we had trust, I spent a lot of money on the credit card. So, right now I'm in a corner right now. You know what I mean? I'm in a corner. I'm chilling.
That's why you guys gotta have your own credit
trust.
card.
Now you gotta re-earn it back.
Yeah, bro. I'm gonna do all the work to re-earn it back. And as soon as I get it back, I'm buying me a third monitor. Keep it with me.
Hey, but I gotta show love to Jonathan's shoe collection.
I don't know how.
I was looking at his shirt, and then I started looking at his shoes. I'm like, oh, bro, got that.
Yo, man.
He got some.
Hey,
we talking about Ray Allen, and I see the green and white Jordans right. I'm like, hold on, bro.
My man is acting up. He's doing the damn thing, man. He's
I got quite a few behind me, man.
I can see that.
I'm a sneakerhead, man.
And I see the blue ones up there that match.
Look at me. How many you got?
I got like over 40 pairs. I got more in the closet too.
That's what happened.
Jonathan, be honest. Let me ask you a legitimate question. Be honest, Jonathan.
What's up?
I just burped. You be switching on some of the shoes, right? You spice it up sometimes, right?
Yeah, spice it up.
I knew it.
You got to.
I knew it. Because I remember when I first started, I did like 3 shows in a row with Jonathan. And like there was a point where I went like mad quiet where like Freddie messaged me like, yo, bro, you good? And I told him, nah, bro, I'm looking at the shoes because I swear to God, some of those shoes weren't there yesterday.
They're different.
I'm like, I swear to God. I was like, I swear to God, some of those shoes were not there yesterday. And then there was a couple that I felt like were moved. So I'm just looking like, yeah. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Like I thought I was going mental. Swear to God, I thought I was going mental.
I ain't gonna lie. When I get my crib, because I'm trying to get a house by the end of the year. Yeah,
nice.
My shoe collection coming back.
Nice.
No, I told
that's what's up.
Yeah, I told my girl that when we buy her house, I told her I want my own room. She was like, why? I was like, because I'm sick and tired of having to be quiet. Because when she's home, she wants me to be quiet. I'm like, no. I got to scream for comedic effect. Like, that's what makes it funny. She got mad at me, so I said I want my own room. And what I didn't tell her about it is when I have the room, I'm deadbolting it. Ain't nobody bothering me. Not a single soul on God's green earth bothering me. I'm deadbolting it. And if the kids start knocking on the door, I'm going to just kick the door, pretend I'm a monster. I'm going to growl.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. My cousin, he has a great man cave. And shout out to him. They have the NSA podcast, Bulls podcast, that they're doing. So shout out to my cousin who just started on this new venture. But his man cave with like the Jordan posters and all that stuff and the art. I'm like, yeah, I need that because I got some ideas. Put a little Tom Brady here, Floyd Mayweather here. I'm going to the great Kobe Bryant, you know, who was my favorite player of all time. So, man, I got some ideas. Once I get the crib, the mind is gonna start working.
Yeah, and by the way, real quick, I just want to address this because there's some MMA stuff. Benil Muhammad, he beat Luke. He wants Kobe Covington. He's gonna start running his mouth so that way he can try to hype up that fight and whatnot. I don't blame him at all.
Yeah.
Too easy. This is gonna be. He's doing all this stuff to fight Covington. It's gonna be a great opportunity for him. Let's see if he can capitalize. Because if he beats Covington, maybe he's up there in that upper echelon. God knows, but. Gentlemen, anyone have any final thoughts? Any final words? Anything along those lines?
See red and Dub Nation.
Jonathan, any final words?
No. I got my show tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific time here on the West Coast.
I was about to say,
another episode of Speaking with Judgment, hosted by me tonight at 6. So tune in for that.
On ASAP?
It'll be a lot of fun. We're going to talk NBA playoffs.
On ASAP, right?
On ASAP. Absolutely.
Checking you out, Jonathan. Checking you out.
I want to make sure people know where it's at.
Appreciate you.
Michael, you got any final words?
No, hey, enjoy the show. Enjoy you fellas, man. Been a great day. God bless y'all. Judge, you know I'm going to be tuning in on you. You already know that.
I know that. I know that.
Crazy. I'm being like crazy, but gentlemen, thank you for being here. On behalf of Michael, Jonathan, and Robert, it is your boy Pride. We'll be back here tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. Eastern, 9 Central. Until then, y'all know what to do. Be safe.
We go!
Whole sports all
Man,
plays.
I missed that week on.
Whole sports all plays. Whole sports all plays. 365, we making up plays. You talking the game, get you to the days. We're high in the court, the dime in the lane. Variety topics, living the same. All presentation, sports information. Hitting the airways, taking the nation. All sport, all plays, like working your faces. Grace at the field, so tie the laces. All sports, all plays.